We are now
Let me go double check.
live on YouTube.
I don't like how you said that. Let me see.
We're not live. It says live on.
Let me just make sure.
Okay.
Also, we need
we're
people's
good.
locations. We got to get back to sharing locations.
Get back. When do we ever?
You was the only one. You the only person location I didn't have. I had Domo and Sage's location.
Oh, okay.
We got to get back to that though.
Do we?
No, unless everyone's sharing locations with each other, sure. But from my knowledge, you just had our locations, and that was really it.
I'm saying I'll share my location. It's a safety thing at this point. It's a safety thing.
I feel like during the Houston trip, sure, but outside, just regular.
But I'm saying, what's wrong with sharing the location?
My mom don't even got my location, so
you said that before. I don't understand what that has to do with us, though.
I'm saying if my mom don't have my location.
Does anyone have your location, Bezos?
It's just my girl. That's it.
And the problem with us having your location is what?
Why do y'all need it?
Safety reasons.
I guess. I mean, y'all can share y'all locations with each other. That's cool.
You are in the house 24/7, gang. I don't even think this is a crazy thing. Like, if I had to guess and say, like, oh, where's Bezos? Wait, Domo, close your eyes real quick. Okay, where do you think Bezos is?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't got his location. I can't tell you. I don't know. And now I understand your point. And now I feel unsafe not knowing. If I close my eyes, I don't know what Bezos is doing. It would be beneficial to have his location.
One last time, Bezos, what you gonna do?
What am I gonna not share my location? I'm good. I'll be unsafe. I appreciate you guys looking out for me, but sometimes you just gotta take a risk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, where we are forced to handle our business even if we don't want to. This is the only podcast in which we do things differently this time. This time, Sage is not here. Sage is flying back from Wrestlemania, so that's the different thing there. We don't have a guest today. That's also different. But I do got the guys here with me. Domo, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I would be doing great if the Lakers pulled this one out tonight. That would really make a great night. But I've been good, man. Chilling. You know, dad shit. Work this weekend. Capturing moments.
Okay. Bezos, how you doing today?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. It was a good weekend, man.
Okay, that's good. Listen, man. If you're new to this and you want to be true to this, make sure you hit that join button. Make sure that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Keep the notifications on. Keep the word of mouth going. If you're an audio listener, make sure you are leaving that 5-star review. Do we have a 5-star review, Bezos?
Yeah, this is from Ronald_Ragan. Nice to see that there's still ninja emoji. That when word get too far, bro, we can link up and handle it. The talking, politicking don't go nowhere with people that don't tap dance. Also, I still acknowledge my tribal chief, TSO Sage, also Omar. The A1 instigations be having me livid at work, excuse me.
I don't know what the first part of that meant. I don't.
I think he's talking about the Flacco shit.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, the title of the 5-star review is Big Domo.
Oh, okay.
I know what he's talking about. Shout out to you, gang.
Okay. He lost me, but he got me. Well, y'all got me. And that's why we should share our locations. All right, I had to get it in there. Listen, man. If you want to support us, the best way possible is by sending a super chat. This is from Nick.
He's on fire.
He sends $5 to say, Yo, Domo with the brawny look. I see you, Prince. About to go to Barbados for work. Any advice? I do construction, by the way.
Nigga, I ain't never been to Barbados. What the fuck? What?
He asked me the same thing in the Discord. He was like, "Yo, my job's about to travel. Send me for travel for work." You know, I talk about that. I'll be like, "Oh God, that's terrible." I'm about to go to Barbados. It's not where my job sends me. It's not.
I don't know. Who does he think he's talking to? This is
I
crazy.
just know Rihanna's from there. That's all I know.
Yeah, mad hoes. I don't.
Phone day replay type shit.
Have fun, nigga. That's that. Hey, I'm about to say, get in something, I guess, nigga. I don't know. I ain't never been.
Yeah, fuck something. I don't. I
Your passport, bro.
I looked up Barbados women. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and don't
wrap it up. Nah, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
No, he'll never be back though. He'll never be back.
Don't matter. Don't trust it, man. Wrap it up. Do the earwax method just to be safe.
What does that mean?
You know, you get a little bit of earwax and you put it down there, and because you know, if nothing happens, then she good. But if there's a reaction, there's a reaction down there. You know,
I've heard that.
Nothing crazy. She don't even got to notice for real, but just take a little bit of earwax, and just see how she react. She jump a little bit, nigga. Abort mission. Abort.
Wait, I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at Barbados right now. This might be the most mid-Caribbean island.
Oh my God.
Now you about to have the Barbadians.
I'm just telling you what I'm looking at.
The Barbados.
Yeah. The Barb, for real. All right. Now they already, I don't know if you seen Twitter earlier. Niggas already hate me and you on the pod. Now you trying to get Barbados against us. You're not helping our case.
What they say earlier?
Oh, bro. It was some dude who said that the pod fell off because me and you felt like we got inflated egos. Yeah, we got inflated egos and then we start talking more. Then it was some, I assume, chick. I have no clue who this person was. Co-signing. Yeah. The pod been fell off. Y'all got to pick the content back up. Me, have you watched my content / our content at all? Used to, not no more. Y'all fell off. What is the problem? I don't understand. What's the issue? Niggas hate us though.
Yeah, you gotta ask when's the last time they watched, because even if they like the 2021, 22 era, I feel like we've captured a lot of that lately, you know. But hey. I
know where niggas' heads is at. Pause. Yo, what's the issue with me? What was the last thing you watched? I mean, you and Ticket was funny. Let me stop you right there. I already know. I already know the conversation we have, and I'm good.
Okay. With that being said,
the Connecticut of the Caribbean. Nah, that's crazy.
With that being said, let's get to the ball, man.
Food capital of the world. Never letting you get it off Connecticut. My bad.
Well, listen, man, we got a lot of things to talk about. Apparently, Shannon Sharpe is the thumbnail title. I'm playing into the villain role now. I don't know. Interesting choice.
Hey, Dre.
Different. Y'all had the meeting at 7, or did you? Was it?
Yeah, there was
I
led by Domo.
Yes, like usual. Added people because we all know there's a meeting at 7, but for whatever reason at 7, niggas don't know it's a meeting at 7. So I added everyone.
We met earlier.
That's I didn't know.
No,
I didn't know about that one.
I think we did an ad here. It didn't matter, but it was this. That's the pre-meeting for the meeting.
To the pre-pod.
The pre-meeting to the pre-pod meeting. The pre-pod meeting is diabolical work, but okay.
Usually, I mean, we just spitball. We like to spitball.
That's fine. I just know in the pre-pod meeting, I heard niggas discussing what we should do. I heard recommendations and what niggas thought. I gave my 2 cents.
Wait, no, you did not just give your 2 cents. You took initiative, bro. Domo, you can own it.
Thank you, Bezos.
Because
Thank
we
you.
was,
Thank you.
I'm gonna be
Thank you.
honest. Well, Omar, you weren't there. Hold on.
No, I'm just saying. Thank you. Thank you for sticking up for your guy.
I'm just telling the truth, Domo. And correct me if I'm wrong. Or is a little bit of a what should we do for the title and the thumbnail? You know,
was
and
it
when
really?
you sense some confusion in the VC, here go Domo.
That's
Let's do Shannon. Let's do Shannon. Like, what's the kerfuffle here?
First
Am I
of
wrong?
all,
Am
there
I
was
wrong?
confusion. I asked what was the Shannon thing because I didn't even know there was a Shannon thing. I was asleep all day because I worked last night. So I didn't know. Niggas told me there was a Shannon thing. They told me what it was about. All I asked was, well, when did it break? A couple hours ago.
Mhm.
Probably want to go with Shannon. This is something new. This is definitely something for our audience. In terms of what our audience watches, I mean,
No
this
brainer.
seemed like something that would
right?
hit. Yeah, no brainer. We can still get the clip out. The clip will still bang of what we want to talk about. That's fine. But in terms of the
What
live
was the options though?
it was between Sinners and Shannon. I said Shannon shit just broke. Let's do the live pod, Shannon. We can still get the Sinners clip out. It doesn't really matter. That clip will be out there. I think for the live pod, it'll be better for the Shannon thing. And everyone was just like, shit, well, bet. And I was like, well, okay, no pushback. I guess if no one's going to push back, cool.
That's how it should be, right? I just asked you.
I mean, if everyone agrees, yes, that's how it should be. If everybody agrees, we just move in that direction. Why push back if everybody agreeing?
Nobody weighed the options.
We did. That's where the confusion laid. But someone at the
niggas was weighing options for
their
5
dick
minutes
on the table.
After so long of weighing options, let's really hammer down what'll work.
Okay. I'm just mad. I'm just making sure. I have no say so. It's good. That's good. That's good that the decision was made
by Domo.
Wolves.
I don't like this at all. I don't like any of this at
Wolves
all.
in the chat say I would have clicked faster if the thumbnail was Sinners. That's what they said. I didn't say that. No, we got a lot to talk about. Starting from the top, is it weird that Teanna Trump DMs Rakai? Let me play the clip. This is a Bezos topic, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're doing now too.
Do you see it? Do y'all see it?
No, it's just a black screen for me.
Okay.
What?
I just see a black screen.
It's Rakai in the corner, right? I mean, it is a black screen, but
I don't see it.
Oh, you don't see Rakai?
No.
No, I don't see. It literally is just black screen.
Black screen?
Yep.
Yeah, just black screen.
Interesting.
Oh.
Love the technical difficulties mid-pod. Oh, now I definitely see it's black screen, right? It's loading.
Now it's loading. I'm about to say, yeah, it wasn't loading before.
Okay. Well, try to pull this tweet up, Bezos. I don't know. Somebody else try to pull it up. I'll send it in the topics. I'll put it in topics real quick. I'll put it in topics.
Yep.
Is it weird that Rakai got DM'd by...
I thought you were gonna finish the sentence.
I'm about to say, yeah. I was waiting for the react or anything.
All right, y'all can see it, right?
Yeah.
Niggas might overdo shit, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm just gonna show this.
Nigga, lineup is fresh.
Yo, hi. That's all some of y'all niggas. Hold on. That's all. Listen. Niggas.
I think for context, the question is like, how old is Rakai? He is 16.
I'm say he's in the 11th grade.
Oh, wait, baby. A jit. Obama era. Huh? Only president he knew was Barack. He don't want no drama. The head of the country for him is Obama.
Bang.
And that's why, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Type shit. type shit. Okay, I like that. I like that. Oh, what was 16? Yeah. So it's crazy that my young boy got game.
How old is Tiana?
Too damn old.
28.
28.
Oh no, 29.
Too damn old. Too damn old.
Oh hell no.
Too damn old. This is nasty. This is nasty work. Niggas know the reputation of Teanna Trump. Now, let me say, no, I don't think Teanna Trump is trying to fuck on Rakai. I don't think that's what's going on here. But we do know the reputation of Teanna Trump with streamers, her relationship with streamers that she streams with. Also, if the role, I'm gonna be that guy. If the roles were reversed, we'll be calling niggas wop. Dot fuck them up. Certified lover boy, certified what, chat? Come on, that's what we'll be saying right now. Because if the roles will reverse and Drake is telling Millie Bobby Brown, hey man, we friends, that nigga's weird.
The roles were reversed and they called Drake weird.
Hold on, Dom.
Exactly.
I mean, hold on, Bezos. Because again, I'm playing into it. I've fully embraced the role.
You triggered my trap card.
Aren't you? Domo be nasty? What?
You triggered my trap card.
What are you talking about?
You had the biggest cape on for the corn stars just a couple weeks ago.
What's that have to do with
What
this?
does that have to do with this?
Wait. You had the biggest cape on for the corn stars a couple weeks ago.
Wait.
And now all of a sudden, she can't just live her life and be an entertainer. So she's always going to be a porn star to you. Answer the question, yes or no. Go, react.
No, she's not always going to be a porn star to me. And her doing porn has absolutely nothing to do with the fact of her being damn near 30, messaging a 16-year-old.
She didn't message a 16-year-old.
Replying to a 16-year-old to hop on stream. What market is this for? Why are you a 30-year-old woman trying to hop on a 16-year-old's live stream, which I assume is just going to be a bunch of people around his age consuming his content? What do y'all have to talk about?
If JoJo Siwa was on somebody's stream, you would think it was crazy?
JoJo Siwa ain't sucking dick for a living.
So it does, but hold up, Bezos. That's your this.
Now that was Bezos.
What?
Chat. So it does have to do
JoJo
with
Siwa doesn't suck dick for a
does it
living.
have to
Hating
do with
women?
the profession, or does it have to do with the fact that she's a 30-year-old woman? Go react.
It's both. It's both.
Okay, so Bezos hates women. Women can't be free underneath his regime. He wants totalitarianism.
What did you just say?
No, that's crazy. Now you weren't on Miss B Nasty side, so I get it. You hated her more than me. I just got clipped, right?
Oh wow. That is not he trying to put that on me. He trying to put
He
that
is
on me.
bored.
I can already see the
my
comment.
God.
Oh, I hate Omar so much. He's autistic.
I don't think the main pod knows about that story. They don't. Like, what?
I don't know the lore.
There it is. There
I
it is. That's
actually think
that tism.
about-
There's that tism. There it is.
Look at him. Okay. No, Bezos, I get you. Yeah. Souls Tate is in the building. Like I'm with you. Domo, though, this is so surprising that you're restricting women in 2025.
I will restrict. I am standing on business. People seen when we did the BBL tournament, I was adamantly against everyone I deemed a predator. These old. At this point, why wouldn't she? At this point, yeah, she might be. She might be. What do you got to talk to Rakai about? And what are you trying to be on that platform for with that audience? It only screams predator.
Yeah, let's play this scenario out. All right, Teanna Trump actually goes on Rakai's stream. What do you think the appeal of that stream is? Is it Teanna Trump being a streamer? Is it Teanna Trump being a musician, a rapper, whatever? No, it's because she bounces and sucks dick for a living. That is the appeal.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is if she just goes on and is chilling and they play a game and she gets out of there, are you going to give her grace for this?
No, because you're opening the door for these young weird niggas to assume and write all this weird ass fan lore in their heads about what's going on behind the scenes. And Rakai is young and dumb, and he's not. I don't think he's mature enough. He's shown he's not been mature enough. I don't watch this nigga's content. I just see the clips.
I thought he
and
handled the Tate situation pretty maturely. I ain't gonna lie.
That's fine. That's fine. But there's been other situations outside of just the little Tay thing where he has been mature about it, not handled it well because he is just 16, 17. So he's going to make mistakes. I don't think this is a situation where niggas are starting to throw rumors and shit like that about what happens. I don't think he's mature enough to just dispel them or handle them the right way. He might fuck around and make things worse. So no, let's not even open that door. Let's not even make that a possibility. Why are you on stream with 100,000 assumed 15 to 18-year-olds gooning over you? Like, what do you think the environment of that chat is going to be if she's there? You think they just going to be chilling? No,
I mean, wherever she goes based off of her, so it is about her profession. Wherever she goes based off of her profession, it's going to be that. But that doesn't mean that, Rakai is going to foster that type of environment, and she's also going to. They could be having good conversations. What if Teanna Trump has a good point about the tariffs?
I don't give a fuck what Teanna Trump's political view is right now.
Care about
honestly, and it doesn't have to do with her profession, because I would say the same thing if Sexy Red wants to go on fucking stream with Rakai. Why do you want to be? Why do you want that audience? That would be weird to me. I would say the same thing if
just a woman goes on Rakai's stream.
J Mac, what if J Mac went on Rakai?
No, just don't. I don't know. Is that a porn star?
I would say, yo, this is weird. This is kind of weird. If Little D was like, yo, gang, let's hop on stream. Why is Little D trying to go on stream with Rakai? I don't like this. So that would do with the profession. When it comes to the male, no, not the comedian. If it was a male, their profession definitely would matter if they are porn stars. I wouldn't want any 30-year-old male porn star on Rakai's stream either. I would have the same level of weirdness. Now, if Malik Beasley wants to go on Rakai's stream, I would assume we're talking about basketball. That's more brand friendly for 16-year-old boys to have some NBA player on the stream. That makes sense. If Michael B. Jordan wants to hop on, cool. That's less problematic.
Ain't Michael B. Jordan meet across the net right now?
Now, if Michael B. Jordan gets a little too handsy, I will have a problem. Why you got to keep hugging Rakai, my nigga? Why is your hand on his shoulder? Why is your hand on his knee?
Don't like kids streaming though. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably what it is.
That's fine. I definitely don't like kids streaming with 30-year-olds. Shit, why are you streaming with a 30-year-old?
I get that. Bezos, you think it's just because she sucked dick for a living?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised this is your take, because I actually got a trap card. Hold on. Mirror Force. Aren't you Mr. Pipeline? Isn't there not a dangerous pipeline that can be had with having a porn star in front of a young audience?
First of all, you can make anything into a pipeline. Second of all, I don't think Teanna Trump should be on the stream. My trap card. Oh, shit.
So we agree. That's a trap?
That's my trap to your trap. Mirror Force.
So we agree. Okay,
like yeah, no, I think it's not ideal. Ultimately, I don't care, because a lot of these people don't care. If y'all don't care about these young boys, hey man, I can only do but so much. I can only scream for so long before they turn around. Omar, don't be weird. They calling me weird for sticking up for the young nigga. But they don't care. Mind you, he's about to be in a house full of grown men, and they finna let Teanna be in there too.
I've maintained this ever since they announced it. I think Rakai being in the house is a little weird. Knowing the content that they do, the stuff that they do, I think it's weird to have a 16-year-old in that house. But hey.
Yeah. But
double standards.
Yeah, they ain't gonna change nothing. I mean, they still gonna get more pay. You think they make more money than us?
Yes.
I will hope so.
Now don't glaze though. Don't glaze. Don't just cop out that fast. Think about it for a second at least.
I ain't thinking.
Maybe. That's my answer. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. Okay. Continuing down the line. Should we start with centers, or should we get into Shannon Sharpe?
Let's start with centers, man.
Yeah, we'll it up a little bit.
For a saint is just the same. Matter of fact, I want my hot take of the week. I'm sorry. I just seen it. Sorry. I know it's early. I'm not going to do this too much throughout the playoffs. A team beating another team by 50 is a super team. The Oklahoma City Thunder are a super team. I'm not really going back and forth with people on that one. I'll catch y'all at the end of the playoffs. Dog, you're going to look so... And I don't even know the outcome of what happens. And I think that that's the nasty part about all this. People are vindicated by the outcomes as opposed to what's going on now. See, they didn't win a chip. How could they be a super team? Oh shit, I guess that's the criteria. And they're not consistent in that. But I'm literally watching them put 50 on a team in which Shea played bad. And they told me there's no number 2 on that team. The number 2 is the team. Listen, brother. They got drafted there. It can't be a super team. I literally asked somebody in a space, yo, what if the team drafted the Cavs? They just fucked around and got these picks. What if they drafted LeBron, Wade, Bosh? Next year they drafted Dwight Howard, and the year after that they drafted some all-star point guard. Is that a super team? No, because they got drafted there. That's impossible.
I hate that argument so much.
Please just give up the criteria. This team is super. Simple. Point blank period. Full stop.
I agree. The Thunder are a super team. There are also 2 more super teams in the NBA right now, so I'm not mad at you.
Those 2 being
Boston and Cleveland.
I think the only reason why you still remain on this point is because you don't think that the Celtics are a super team.
I'm of the belief of, if you don't believe the Celtics were a super team last year, you shouldn't believe the Thunder are a super team this year. But if you did believe the Celtics were a super team last year, you're right to feel that the Thunder this year are a super team, which you did believe that the Celtics were a super team last year. So I don't got a problem with you saying that.
So let me ask you this, and then we'll move on, because I promise you we can go into the Sinners thing. If they beat the Grizzlies, this just had to be some hypothetical shit. If they beat them by an average of 50 points in the first round, you stay in on the fact that they're not a super team.
I mean, the Grizzlies are just ass.
That's cool. I guess you was gonna say that. If they beat whoever's in the second round by an average of 45 points.
My whole criteria was beatability. Okay. At that point, ooh, they're looking mad unbeatable.
All right, cool. I'm glad you said that. They in the Western Conference Finals, still coming down a little bit. They beaten people in the Western Conference Finals on an average of 43 points. They win all 4 games, averages out to 43 points.
Okay. I feel like I already conceded by second round. I'm like, okay.
Okay, cool. Because I think, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say for them. I think with a lot of people, I pose these hypotheticals in the regular season. They're like, come on, they're not finna do that. And then they do it. And then it's like, I can't let them get the point.
I think my thing was weirdly enough, I don't know if y'all feel the same way. The Thunder just feel more respected than the Celtics were last year. So that am I tripping? There was way more doubt with the Celtics last year and people feeling like the Celtics were beatable last year than the Thunder this year.
Niggas like Shea more than fucking Jaden, bro. That's really all it is.
But that's a part of it though. I don't know.
Likeability?
Not likability, but just again that whole beatability conversation. Because it feels like right now it's literally just the Celtics, the Cavs, and the Thunder are the only teams that could beat the Celtics and the Cavs are the only teams that can beat the Thunder. But last year, way motherfuckers were talking about the Celtics. Oh, the Knicks. Man, if they were healthy, yeah. If Donovan Mitchell, if he was healthy, anyone to come out the West, there's like 7 teams that can beat the Celtics coming out the West. So
if you could separate the 2 points of if you think this year's Thunder team is a super team, you got to think last year's Celtics team was a super team. If you could just look at them both as separate entities, would you say that this year's Thunder's team is a super team?
No.
Okay. All right. So I need to know. We can move on. Game 2 is tonight, right? Something like that. I don't know. Or tomorrow. Fuck it. All right. For a saint is just the sinner. Mild spoilers coming up. He dies. Everybody here saw Sinners this weekend. I'm assuming, right?
Si, senor.
Sorry, Friday.
Off top, rate it. 1 through 10. 10.5 is a possibility. Go. Rate it. Rate the movie. now.
I seen it the second time. I give it
Oh,
a
wow.
9.
You saw it a second time?
Saw it a second time.
How?
Streamed it illegally. The second time. I went to the theater the first time. Fuck niggas. I don't care. I went and seen it Friday night. Me and my girl watched it in the theater, live, everything. The second watch, I'm not about to pay to go see that shit again. The second watch was at the crib. It was a great watch. It went up 1. Originally it was an 8 in the theater. Watched it again at home. 9 out of 10.
I know that shit was booty when you watched it on stream at home.
I mean, y'all got fucked up
People
stream.
standing
Sure.
up type shit.
My shit was fine.
Nigga watched it on stream, chicken.
Shit was crystal clear.
Okay. You said 9 now. B-Souls.
I am gonna also give it a 9. 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Now, this is them being a contrarian. The title that I, usually get. I'm leaning into it this pod. Them being the popular consensus is that this is a 10 out of 10 movie.
I know.
So why are you guys being contrarians right now?
Contrarians by saying it's a highly rated movie?
Yeah, 9 out of 10 though. Why is it not a 10 out of 10? React.
Well, for me, y'all know me and my attention span. Pacing was a little bit too slow in the beginning. That was a part of it. The pacing was a little bit too slow.
That brought it down the whole point.
It's still a 9. I don't know. And then honestly, I know this may sound crazy after what I just said. I felt like it could have been longer. I think the beginning could have been shorter, but the whole movie could have been longer. That is my take. Yes.
It drugged it drug in the beginning, but was too short in the end. I hate it so much.
Yes,
bro.
like the whole fight just happened a little bit too fast,
How can y'all hate me on the pod? I'm not even trying to like take
Oh
away
my
from
God. You trying to pot about the pod. You trying to pot about
out of everybody, when he says stuff like that, there's no way you can hate me.
It's my rating. That's what I feel.
I am so disgusted that this is what he came away with to drag it down. Me personally, the only reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because, hey man, I guess I overdo it. I think too much about the things that I watch. I just feel like I could have wrote a better conflict with the vampires.
So you better than Coogler.
Oh yeah, I'm better than Coogler. No, I'm better than Omar. No. I'm gonna be honest. I could have wrote it better than Dr. Umar because I don't think Coogler wrote that shit. The premise of white queens never, black queens forever, nobody's never being the premise is crazy. I don't think the smoking stack twin. They shouldn't have been separated so early in the vampire conflict. I don't think the vampire conflict should have started with just, oh, the white woman got bit, then she gets stacked bit immediately. Like that shit's whack to me. It just is. They could have wrote the conflict with my niggas in the juke joint and the vampires better. It could have been written better. Vampires in the building, they get turned, they dash out immediately. Like I guess I understand vampires got to be invited in, but if I'm already in this bitch, when I get turned, I gotta get re-invited in. That's crazy. Cornbread not be able to come in is cool. Stack and Mary Lou Lynn both get bit, are inside and run back out. She already got invited in. How can she come back in? That's so dumb.
These are not mild spoilers, by the way, chat. For anyone.
Oh, yeah, I'm not mild spoilers. If you ain't seen it yet, you don't want to see it.
I just want to make it clear. These are not mild spoilers. These are clear spoilers.
I mean, yeah, like Domo said. Most vampire lore has every time a vampire leaves a dwelling and tries to come back, a vampire has to be invited in each time.
But why leave when you already have access to the dwelling? Listen, I mean, I get it. She'd have got jumped. It made sense to go back to the numbers, go back with the other vamps. That's cool and everything. I could have did better. That's why it's a 9 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10. I genuinely feel like the conflict with the vampires could have been written better.
You think the pacing was fine?
Pacing was fine. I love the movie. Again, I've seen it twice. The performances were great. The music was fucking phenomenal, especially in the theater. The shit really had me tapping my foot. I was there. I felt my energy there. Like I felt it. The music was very moving to me. Love the performances. Minus like another little like 5 points. I don't like just the whole willingness to just get the smashing on some nasty sweaty box was crazy. A lot of UTIs going on. A lot of bad pH balances.
I might have put it up a point for me. That shit was fire. When Haley's y'all know what I'm talking about. When Haley Hawk 2 with that thing, yeah, that shit was fire. That shit was fire. I got
you
a little
are a
hard
nasty nigga. Yeah, you're a nasty guy. That didn't do it for me. Her Hawk 2. You want to taste? That shit was disgusting. That was disgusting. That's when I knew.
To a girl.
That's
Like
when I knew Stack
Jack
was compromised. As Umar would say, he was that brother gone. He's compromised. The snow buddy spitting in your mouth is crazy.
Let me tell y'all something. I was in the theater like this. You know, you lay back in the theater. She did that.
Hold on.
Oh, whoa.
I looked at my girl too.
Like, hey,
give me a little smack.
Here go Danielle. Is she transferring the vampire stuff? Me, don't worry about that right now. Don't worry about it.
That was a lot of spit.
Don't worry about transferring vampire algae.
Assault what sucked.
Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's go home. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I have this movie at a 10. I got this movie at a 10. Okay. I got this movie at a 10. Please, the Danielle in the chat is not my fiance, y'all. I just want to make it very honest. I want to make that clear.
It's Daniel.
This is Danielle.
Oh, my bad. I didn't see this. I thought you were trolling. My bad.
I have the movie at a clear 10. Leroy does want to know in the chat, what do y'all think are clear 10 movies? 10 out of 10 movies. You two specifically.
Rugrats Go to Paris. Get Out. Honestly, Us was a 10 out of 10 for me. I really liked Us. Another 10 out of 10. Pulp Fiction, 10 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, I'm not really a cinephile for real. But I this is just my criteria. There's only been one other movie that's made me rewatch it in the theaters. After watching it the first time, it was the last Spider-Man movie. The animated one. I am rewatching this one, so I may walk out of this conversation with it being a 10 out of 10. Okay, y'all know me. I'm open-minded. I'm here for the convo.
Y'all know me. I'm addicted to chat. Amari, what's wrong with my movie? What's wrong with my movie taste? Did I say movies that weren't 10s? This is crazy. I thought I said some pretty good movies.
So I have this as a 10 out of 10. The symbolism is there. The imagery. I mean, let me say this: off of technical aspects alone, the use of sound, the use of visuals, the color in the movie. I mean, the entire breakdown, the going from one format to another format at one aspect ratio to another aspect ratio. Off that, it's literally already a 7. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but Dog was so technical in that movie and broke it down to make sure that people who don't understand movies understood movies and what he was about to do and why that shit was so hard. Like, literally, this is to me in basketball when Larry Bird is saying, oh, I'm about to go here. Oh, I'm about to go here. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. And then does it. This is the exact same equivalent to me. So off top, it's a 7. And everything else was earned through the storylines and first time performances from the Sammy character, the double Michael B. Jordan characters, Remy the vampire, like all of that had it already at a 10. I think it would have been hard for this movie to not be a 10. I know that's crazy. You have to find ways for this movie to not be a 10.
Yeah, I think it's one of those movies that might be better on the rewatch, low key. Because I think on the first watch I missed a lot of shit. But seeing all these analysis videos now, yeah, it's fire.
So you gonna have another man or woman tell you that it's a 10, and that's gonna make it a 10 for you?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
I really enjoyed the movie. It was a very good movie. Like, I don't want nobody to think I'm not saying that it was not one of the better movies I've seen in a long ass time.
Yeah, 6 for you.
No, not a 6. Said it was a 9.
How do y'all feel about the tweets that were shitting on its opening weekend, even though it still had a massive opening weekend? Did y'all see those tweets?
I didn't. That didn't even come on my timeline.
That shit was weak.
There were some tweets that were like, "Oh yeah, Sinners has earned $60,000, but it still has a budget of 90." Right?
Has any movie profited their opening weekend? Is that even a thing?
Probably like Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. I think it's a thing.
This definitely happened before.
Yeah, it definitely happened before. Avengers, it's probably happened to. It's happened, and then some movies have like super low budget, so
Yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
happened
saying.
before, but
Yeah, for low budget films, I could see it happening more often. But for high budget, we're talking, what is this, high 8-figure budgets? Like, yeah, it's gonna be hard to top it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't say any of that, and even if I did, niggas be bored. That's all I can say. Niggas be bored. I enjoyed the movie. That's all I really care about at that point.
I think this is a testament. This is the high. They said this is the highest grossing movie for like an original series of this decade, which I think this is a testament to giving people opportunity, letting them try, letting them succeed, letting them fail, and making different things. I think Ryan Coogler has proven himself in other ways before too, but I want to see more of these. I want to see budgets put into this stuff. Me personally,
I agree. That's one of the most important parts about this film's success. We've been hammering it home on the pod for years now. This generation needs new IP. Especially that last pod we did where we looked at Disney's upcoming films and it was a bunch of 4s and 5s. We need a 1, okay? We need a good original film. It could even branch off to its own franchise, and that's fine. But no, I'm happy that this was the original film that's doing so well. So.
I'm all for original films. I just don't think everything needs to be original. I get it. Bring the originals back. I don't know if y'all seen that clip of Felicia from Friday when they asked her how do they feel about bringing back Friday. Nah, leave it. They should bring it back based on my character. I don't need that original. All right,
but that wouldn't even be original. That's based off of her character, off of something that already exists.
Well, wouldn't the spinoff be like the original thing? If they're making a 3-part,
spinoff don't count as
so the Creed series wouldn't be considered original. It's in the Rocky verse. Okay, yeah. My take on original is kind of skewed.
If it's based off of some IP or whatever the case may be, still holding on to this, still eluding all this stuff, that's not considered original.
Yeah, even these like book remakes, superhero remakes, I wouldn't consider that original IP.
It's not considered original IP. It's not considered original IP. And I think original IP exists. I mean, there's so many talented people. I'm ready for us to, move forward and progress in the game when it comes to what's put out on television and movies and stuff like that. Like I'm the old guard should no longer exist. They should be more in the consultant role, and we should be looking at some of the new people, more Issa Rae productions, more Quinta Brunson productions, more Donald Glover productions. Throw them guys a bunch of money and let them fucking cook. Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler, all those people.
I agree.
Okay. 2 more conversations stemming from the movie. There's a lot of speculation that, and I don't even think it was ever confirmed or whatever. Twitter just ran with this. Twitter literally just ran with this. Jonathan Majors was supposed to be in this movie.
Jay Majors.
I don't know if people just felt that though, or there was something to like the credibility of like, yo, Jonathan Major's supposed to be in the movie or whatever the case may be, rumors or whatever it is. I know we don't have mustard here. I would love to have mustard here for this. Did this movie need Jay Majors? What would Jay Majors' impact even be?
A 10 out of 10 movie needing someone else is kind of crazy. So no.
Let's talk about it.
I disagree. I think this movie would have been better with him.
Oh wow.
Being better and needing I think are two different conversations though. But
Oh shit.
I think both actually. It would have been better, and it did need him. It will allow Michael B. Jordan to really hone in on one of the parts. And again, in the terms of the writing a better conflict, you wouldn't have probably needed the brother to be turned so early if you had two actors playing brothers versus one actor playing the brothers. Cardiac keeps saying it in the chat. The split for them two so early on is genuinely to lessen the load for Michael B. Jordan, and having to have two of the same niggas on screen and trying to do that shit with however the film working happens. If you have Jonathan Majors, it just makes it seamless. It makes it more easy to do, and you can do more things with them as brothers.
I mean, when would he, if it was Jonathan Majors, when does he turn? I mean, he still fucked the white woman, and Jonathan Majors is probably foaming at the mouth to smash some white pussy. So like, when does that happen? When does something like that happen in a movie? If it's Jonathan Majors, he's trying to come to the table reading. I heard there was interracial sex. When is that at the beginning?
Who? Oh, okay.
I heard it. No, we know it's
personally.
Spitting.
Yeah, him spitting. Are we practicing that now? Is that the table read? How are you gonna do it?
Can we get some practice milk in the building?
Yeah. Oh. Stringy loogies, not big ones. Stringy loogies, not big ones, please. Please. I can take whatever you give me though. We'll do two takes. Baby, you're drooling.
Did we get it? Let's do it again.
Come on.
I'm gonna change my facial expression in this one.
No, bite me for real. No. Rip the shirt. No, rip the shirt. No, rip the shirt. All right, we done. Does my dick have to stay in? Are we getting padding or? I need double padding for this. Oh, triple. And a towel. Slap me, No, go ahead. What they say, Shannon Sharpe, baby. Domo, go.
Go, bro. Domo, go.
Domo, go. Are you not gonna go? Shamik Moore is pissed. Nigga,
that was me and my girl the whole film. Damn, Shamik, how you holding up?
I know. Stand up. Shamik Moore should have been in this movie. His black ass is out of here too. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know how Josh Allen deals with that. God,
a lot of the black actors be fucking themselves over. No, I think Haley Steinfeld did a great job. Shamik definitely could have been in this. He's scaring the hoes. I seen Jonathan Majors do a street interview with the woman that played his baby mama in the movie. He did a street interview with her. He started telling her all types of stuff, giving her all the game. The interviewer asked, Michael, what do you want for? Let's call her Elise. I can't remember her name. What do you want for Elise for the rest of her career? He said, I want the world for her. I was like, oh, this motherfucker right here. He got this nigga going crazy. Shamik over here. How does he do that? How does he do that?
I'm gonna do my own thing. All right, all right, Kermit.
Oh God. Oh, okay. What you say, Domo?
Jay Majors,
I hate
man.
y'all so much, man. I hate so much about y'all.
Okay. Go ahead.
I literally lost where the fuck I was. I don't even know what I was even tasked to be doing when y'all started that shit.
Jay Majors, is he a necessity? Does he make this film better? Yeah.
Oh, I think the question was, how does he get turned then?
Yeah. Like what?
Easy. In the rewrites, in the Wamo rewrites. Okay, damn. Can I go? And you smiling. In the Wamo rewrites, I simply just
put her on. You got
The
something to say?
Godfather, for real.
Yeah, you want to pick the child up. Damn. Good. All right.
Anyway,
She's funny, bro.
in the Wamo rewrites, I would have simply just had it to fucking forgot. I would have it to where Jonathan Majors, honestly, he would have got bit by the white woman a lot later on, and she could have concealed. Cornbread is the first to get turned. The conflict with Cornbread still happens the way that it does, but instead you now have Mary Lou Lynn inside with everybody still. Whatever it is, she doesn't get bit into a bit later. That scene where the guy that they mistakenly thought was turned dragged him out. That scene you could have had however it needed to happen. She ends up outside. There's a big scrap. She gets bit. Jonathan Majors with his white love tries to conceal it from his brother because he loves the white woman so much. You still could have had your Dr. Umar premise of white woman of being infiltrated by snow bunnies will be the cause of the downfall of the black man, and he ends up getting bit because he's trying to conceal it from everybody else. They still have the brotherly conflict, and it would have hit a lot harder when Smoke and Stack make the deal of not killing. I'm not gonna kill you. You don't mess with Sammy. That would have hit a lot harder had they had more time fighting the vampires together versus originally being split so early. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It would have been like you wanted more movie and you also had a pacing problem.
Movie didn't need to be longer. That's why it's rewrites. You just rewrote the script. Movie didn't need to be longer. You could have just changed. No, it didn't need to be longer. It could have been the same. The pacing wasn't even bad. The pacing was fine. It's just the way they handled the situations could have been handled a lot better. And having two actors playing brothers, you wouldn't have needed to write it the way you did to have Michael B. Jordan playing the roles the way he needed to play them, playing the same character. So you need to have distinct time differences or distinct scene differences between him being out in this field doing the Irish jig and him being in the juke joint. If you have both of the brothers, you don't need to force that. It could have been done a lot better.
Yeah, I think it was pivotal for them to be identical twins. I think that's like a very, very important. Identical twins have a distinct, set of characteristics and traits and stuff like that. I think that there's no way you can get away from having identical twins in that conversation and it not going the same way. I couldn't even and wouldn't even want to imagine this movie with Jonathan Majors, respectfully.
You say that now, but hindsight's 2020. I mean, I thoroughly believe had he been in this movie, they established their fraternal twins and they both kill their roles and it's believable that they're really deep-rooted brothers, you wouldn't have these conversations. I mean, you wouldn't have the sentiment, like thoughts about it. It'd have just been, okay, it's established they're twins. They did kill the roles as brothers. And as long as they make it believable. Now, if it's not believable, I'm with you. It's easily would have been better with the way it ended up going. But under the premise of they still kill the roles and it's a believable set of brothers, I don't think it's an issue.
But still, you can't, like, brothers are one thing, but you can't get off who's that maternal? You can't get off like that cigarette scene where he's shaking at the end. Because the reason why the cigarette scene is him building the cigarette. He doesn't know how to roll his own cigarette. He never has his own cigarettes. Stack, the red one or whatever, is the one that is able to roll the cigarettes for him and then gives it to Smoke so he can handle it. You don't have that scene if they're fraternal twins.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Smoke will still struggle to roll cigarettes, and Stack will just give him this. You don't need to be a twin to show one that can roll cigarettes and doesn't have PTSD. Like they don't need to be twins for that.
It's not it's not the cigarettes. It's not the PTSD that has the cigarette conversation. The conversation is they're really one, because even if you listen to like Ryan Coogler talk about it and his fascination with fraternal twins, and I'm not fraternal twins, but identical twins, and how Michael B. Jordan follows some identical twins, and how they have a different bond than brothers or any other fraternal twins or whatever. So they're one and the same. However, they still do have small differences, but the other one kind of picks up the slack from another one.
Wouldn't that have been better if they were paternal twins? Because on the outside they do yes. So paternal twins, which means they look different. Paternal, fraternal, whatever the fucking word is, gang. You know what I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
Regardless, would have been illustrated better because they do look different, and you would deem them being their own two entities in their own two bodies. But because they are still twins, the fact that he would know, oh, my brother needs a cigarette, and still be able to give it to him would show even a deeper level of they are one and the same because they are still twins. Even though they look different, they are still twins. He does still know his brother. He knows what his brother needs at this very moment. It don't even need to be said because they do still have that twin bond. It would have hit harder with them not being identical twins.
I'm going to pull up Ryan Coogler's words on the interview where he talks about, the twin concept and why it's so much more important. I hear what I disagree with what you're saying, but maybe that's also because I've heard him talk about being twins. I do want to talk about while I find that specific thing. What's it called? Last thing from this conversation, there was a conversation about who is a better director between Ryan Coogler and Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele, Get Out, Nope, Us, those sorts of films like that. Ryan Coogler is Black Panther, Creed, Sinners, those sorts of conversations. Who do y'all think is better out of the two? Who has the best movie out of the two? Why and why not?
I don't know enough about Jordan Peele's work. I think I've watched Get Out. I've watched Us. Nope is the one I haven't watched. But generally, I think I like Ryan Coogler's films better though.
I'm the inverse. I've liked Jordan Peele's works a lot better. Like I said, 2 of his movies to me are 10 out of 10s. Nope, it was a movie. Cool. Also, I mean, maybe it's unfair, but the Twilight series, the reboot for the Twilight that they let Jordan Peele do too, I really like that. I watched both seasons. That's really good to me. Understand if we want to say it's unfair because it's not movies, but it's still his work. The shit's pretty good. I like that more than I liked the Black Panther movies. Black Panther 1 was cool. Black Panther 2 wasn't really my cup of tea. The Creed movies, hit or miss with the Creed movies. Haven't seen, what was it, Fruitvale Station? Heard about it. Heard it was really good. Just haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna hold that against him. I still need to see it. I just typically like Jordan Peele's work better.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I had one coming out of the gate saying that like Ryan Coogler was beating him. I think versatility is really doing it for Ryan Coogler in the conversation. But with that being said, I think it's pretty clear who has the best movie out of the two. Just the best one movie. And that movie is Get Out. Like Jordan Peele has the best movie out of the two. Probably, not even probably, for our lifetime, one of the best movies of our lifetime. So with that being said, I'm still going to give it a tie, but just make a very clear distinction that Jordan Peele has the best movie out of the two. They both got some 10s.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were about to say Sinners was better. But...
Get Out is it's art that imitates life. Like it really is impactful on like a personal level for a lot of people. I mean, even the stories like behind the scenes about it. Yeah, that movie is one of the, in my opinion, all-time movies forever. Of just all time. There's no way that it's more important. Like Figure Drawing said, it's more important. It's a more important movie. It's a movie to see during that time. It's a movie to talk about and have conversations with. This was fun though. Sinners is fun, but Get Out is not only a good movie, but it's a real conversation piece. Not saying that Sinners doesn't have its conversational aspects, but
Can I ask you, what do you have rated higher, Sinners or Us?
I'm probably going to go with Jordan is good. I ain't gonna lie. They're probably tied. I know that's a cop-out answer.
No, that's fine. I was about to say, if they're tied to you, then they're tied to you. I mean,
It might be Us though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't watched Us in a minute. I just watched Sinner, so I think it may be a little bit unfair. It might be Us. But Sinners is a.
I may be
great
biased. I've watched Us a multitude of times. Even recently, I watched it probably no more than a month ago. Like, I really like Us, but I can see, like, for me, I agree. Jordan Peele does have the best movie with Get Out. Then it will come down to the second best movie being between Us and Sinners. Sinners is really fucking good. I don't want people to think because I don't have it as a 10 out of 10, I don't really like it. Again, the movie came out Thursday and I have seen it twice already. That says a lot to me because I'm not a movie guy as is. The movie is fucking good. Like, I really like it. I just think I could have wrote a better conflict. And maybe that's just me maybe I'm being a narcissist. Maybe I'm feeling myself too much, as the niggas on Twitter said. Maybe I just think too much of myself. When I watch Us, I don't think, hey man, I could have wrote a better conflict. I don't get that feeling. Like, that shit was written great. It was written perfectly.
I would have done that way.
Hey, I'm saying with Sinners, I can't help the feeling. I felt it twice. I just wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have did that right there. That's crazy. But
Let me ask you, because I was in the space that you had right after you watched it. Did the reviews prior to kind of like shape your opinion on the movie and how you felt about it? Because low-key, that it wasn't the again, it was still a fantastic movie for me. But with the way people were talking about it being, one of the greatest movies of all time, 10 out of 10, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, and I usually don't do this. This is why I'm saying this. Like, I've said this on the pod. When I go into movies, I don't watch trailers. I don't watch reviews. I don't watch none of that. I try to go in as blind as possible. But this time, it was kind of unavoidable for me. Did that shape your opinion a little bit?
Me, no, actually. And me and Omar talked about this before the movie came out. I think it was in a space. I was saying my biggest fear is that I'm going to go into this movie with a level of expectations because of what people said, and it was going to ruin the movie for me. I walked in and I had the same level of expectation I have for any movie I go in to see, which is I just want to see a good movie. That be a good movie is the expectation. Yeah. Go there, like meet me there, and then we can have a conversation afterwards. It was a really good fucking movie, like really good. So no, like, yeah, sure, let's get the rage bait out with the fucking, that was 100%. Let's get the people clicking to talk about the movie. Fuck it. But in all actuality, I don't give a fuck if it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care if everybody's saying it's 10 out of 10. What do I think of the movie? And that's always going to be like my standard wherever it comes for any kind of media, music, movies, TV shows, games. I don't care what people say about it. The most important thing is what I think about it. And I just want to say, again, I'm addicted to the chat. Whoever said Us is on the same level as They Clone Tyrone, I agree. They Clone Tyrone was fucking great, nigga. It was a good ass movie. I agree, buddy.
I probably wouldn't say that though, but I want to play this real quick and then we'll continue on. I got some super chats to read. We got some other shit to talk about. This is Ryan Coogler speaking on the Twins. Can y'all see it or no?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll scroll down because it's the Breakfast Club.
Carolina. Yeah, so was it any like hood twins in y'all when y'all grew up?
It's always a set of hood twins.
Okay,
that's why.
No hood twins.
What?
Yeah, no. But
no, and okay.
Where you from?
I'm from Delaware. I'm from Wilmington,
Delaware. Okay,
yeah,
so
but
was it some?
It was actually God rest their soul. They just because they still was getting into it. They just passed away this past summer.
Yeah, together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know something.
Yeah, we had I think one set of twins, but a lot of brothers, but one set of twins.
Yeah, so you got brothers, right? You know what I'm saying? But then you got twins, like so like where I'm from, a lot of hoods got twins, and that would be referred to as the twins. And then when you see them, you can't tell them apart. So a lot of people just call them twin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, like, but I used to think it was just like a West Coast thing. But then I seen this film called The Craze, and it was white twins. I was in, you know, it was Cockney and doing their thing, you know. And I realized it was a whole thing. But in black culture, specifically West African culture, it's like a spiritual thing. They're like twin deities out of Yoruba religion. You know what I'm saying? And the Yoruba people over-index in fraternal twins. You know, so as African Americans, we're more likely to have twins than other people, right?
Oh, great.
But with identical twins, they scientifically don't even understand how it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's still a mystery of how that fertilized egg splits.
Let me go back.
And why it does, right?
He makes the
Identical twins, they scientifically out of Yoruba religion. You know what I'm saying? And the Yoruba people over-index in fraternal twins. You know, so as African Americans, we're more likely to have twins than other people, right?
Oh, great.
But with identical twins, they scientifically don't even understand how it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's still a mystery of how that fertilized egg splits and why it does, right? And my mom's older sisters are identical twins. My auntie Merlin and my auntie Curlin. They in their 70s now, and they live right next door to each other. One of them is my godmother. You know what I'm saying? The other one I'm still super tight with, but they are completely identical. You know what I'm saying? But my whole life growing up, I could tell which one was which just by looking at how they hold their face. You know what I'm saying? And what their energy is like when they walk into a room, right? So it's something I've always been cognizant of, something I always thought about, you know, and I always wanted to explore it. And with this movie, I wanted to hire some twin consultants for Mike to talk to. I got two homies named Noah and Logan Miller.
We can continue down that path, but I don't think the other stuff is important. He still continues to go in depth about the subtle differences between the fraternal twins, or the identical twins, how one can make up for another. He said that they've never had conversations separately, you know, of one another. They've always had conversations together. And he's talking about the connections and the bonds and stuff like that. But I know
I do wonder if he dove into the twin shit after he knew like Jonathan Majors wasn't an option anymore, or he already had that vision outright.
Low key, I think it's a lot of speculation that Jonathan Majors could have been or would have been, even like we're just talking. People just talking. Jonathan Majors probably wasn't.
I might say I literally said that in the theater when me and my girl seen the trailer when we went to watch the Keke Palmer Scissor movie. Like when I first seen it, I was like, yeah, they only got Michael B playing twins because Jonathan Majors can't do this shit. Like I was just bullshitting, throwing it out there, and we laughed about it. A couple people in the fucking theater laughed about it. Like it's really one of those things people are just assuming because of the narrative around him being an old school spirited Negro. Basically, every time you see him, he looks like he's built for a role to play in the 30s. So any role like that, they could have made a new fucking version of Life, and niggas would have said, nah, Jonathan Majors should have been in this, just because of the time period and the notion around him.
But his fascination with twins and the ability to get off of original IP, like I think he probably would have did it. Somebody said just cast twins. The nigga just said it's like that's not just a thing that you do. But okay, I mean, it could have even been two Jonathan Majors. I think the point of them being identical is pertinent to the story, though. But hey, I understand it. Let's read these super chats and keep it pushing along. Got to get into Unk's big dick ass. Shouts out to Droopy for $1.99 says, hot take, Omar's 3 oldest videos are bangers. Okay.
Omar's what?
3 first videos are bangers. Go back and watch it. It's the oldest. You know. Shouts out to ZM Punk.
Oh man, not again.
Since $20 just to say, I don't got nothing to say for real. Just want to support. Shouts out to you. Shouts out to you. Shouts to you for the support. Shouts out to $2 from Lee Baggy. Says, Rakai gonna turn out like Deshae Frost.
At this rate.
The pipeline.
I use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Lee Baggy sends $2 more. Oh, wait. To say, Bezos turned red pill for a second there.
For a second. It doesn't happen too often. Well,
okay. Shout out to Poppy Eli for being a superstar member for 18 months.
He's on fire!
A year and a half of loving the pod. Thank you, beautiful men, for making my day better and getting me through my Walmart shifts from hell. Go Dubs.
Your words, man. Appreciate it.
Shouts out to MLP for $4.99.
He's on fire!
My girl thinks I'm a cheat if I go to DreamCon. How y'all get yours to sign off?
It's a business
Is she
trip.
insecure or does she know my bag? Go. Your girl's insecure, but also you're giving her a reason to be insecure.
I do wonder if the reaction would be different if this wasn't like I couldn't even frame it as a business trip. I'm just going to Houston with the bros.
You think you couldn't go out of town without it being business related?
I just felt like it looked kind of different.
But do you think you can go out of town with it being
I think I can, but there may I don't know. There may be a little bit more of a conversation as opposed to just, hey, I'm going to DreamCon just for business. And she's like, okay. Because that's how it is right now. But I do wonder if it wasn't a business trip, like a pure business trip, there'd be a little bit more pushback.
like a solo vacation or whatever the case may be?
I don't even think a solo I think a solo vacation. Well, yeah, solo vacation would be weird. What you mean, you just going out of town by yourself? But
I don't think if your girl is insecure, you're giving her something to be insecure about. Period. Point blank. I think you can do explanation, which I don't. Again, like we're engaged, so if we left town, we would have to tell our fiancés, right?
yeah, and there'd be a why. Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's not on some. She's really like, what the fuck are you doing? Now for this dude right here, he got problems. He cheating. He scheming.
Yeah, no, I think she'd ask why, and then I think depending on my answer and how vague I am, that's when the energy will be where it's at. Because if I'm vague with the reasoning, I mean, we're just going to Houston with the bros. Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Lee Baggy for $2 more. Domo, a hidden screenwriter. Pod holding him back. Yeah, let's stop. A lot of bad takes about this. And I guess all the Jonathan Major fans was in the chat just then. Omar's just chatting. Pull up Brian Coogler literally explaining why identical twins were impactful for the movie. He's just chatting too. Okay.
He's on fire!
Shout out to Drupal for $4.99. Volcano High is 10 out of 10. Lil Jon killed it with the voice acting. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Y'all watch some trash. 1K David for $4.99.
He's on fire!
Disney literally made original IPs the last 4 years and they flopped. Established sequels are the ones making money.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, Minecraft wasn't a sequel, but we've already had this discussion, bro. We get why they're doing it. Sequels are the 1 out of 10. They're the safe picks. It'll still continue to exist. Don't get me wrong, but seeing one breakthrough thing, I think if we get 4 or 5 more bets because of this movie, that's a win right there. So
yeah. Plus, I don't think that just because it flops doesn't mean that it was good to experiment. Like I do some experimenting on my channel quite often, and these videos be poopy sometimes. But that doesn't mean that I'm not grabbing at different audiences and trying to do the attempt of drawing in new crowds and stuff. That doesn't mean that it's bad.
yeah, sometimes you just gotta put your leg out there.
Yeah, see what happens. Shouts out to Adon Alfred.
He's on fire!
For $10 says he would have been cornbread. Pretty sure the main idea was for Michael B to play the twins. Yeah, arguably so. Potentially, he didn't have to have a place in this movie. Shout out to Kenneth Jr. for $4.99.
He's on fire!
Omar, what's your opinion on the sperm race between USC versus UCLA? I don't know what that means. You would have to explain that in more detail.
I seen it. I just don't. I still don't know what it means. I thought it was just like a meme.
Maybe I need to find it. I don't even know what folks are talking about.
I just seen like a poster on some wall talking about sperm race USC versus UCLA. I thought it was just like a meme AI thing. Who can swim faster? What is this? A orgy? What's going on?
Let me stop you before you for you.
What?
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's nothing wrong with what you're saying. It's actually the last one. Okay. Oh, there's 2 power chats on playback. Pull that up for me. Light that up, Bezos. Light that up.
Oh
Cut that
shit.
shit up.
I don't know. AK for $25.
He's on fire!
Off the strength. Off the strength. Nothing to say there.
She don't want no puppy. She want an AK.
And this is Long Rasta.
Bang, bang.
And that's why, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Long Rasta for another $25. B-Souls grab the shades. I haven't worn the shades in a minute. I'll grab them at some point.
That's that be so streaming side. Oh, I might need to get back to that.
We got another super chat here while we're stalling for Domo to come back. Kevin for $10. I have mixed feelings on the Hawks. We just fired Landry Fields, but we have a young core in Trey Dyson, Jalen Okongwu. I was listening to your space the other day. Now that we got to fill in a little bit of yap here, I'm surprised about the stance you had on the Hawks, bro.
I don't know why you're surprised. We're 7 years in, and I have beliefs about NBA players that are pretty concrete. At this point, they're not changing. Like they're just not changing. I think the way that clocks are started earlier, I should probably look at that to be earlier. But Trae Young is in year what? 7 now? Is it 7?
Yeah.
It's over with. It's over with. So if you think you're gonna get anything better, anything more, anything different, it's cooked. The idea of him being a number 2 guy, because people had that conversation, and we discussed that in the space. It's hard for him to be a number 2. It's hard for him to be a number 2. It just is.
It just surprised me because the last conversation we had, and I was pro trading Trae Young. You were so pro. B-Souls don't know what he's talking about. Like, why would you trade Trae Young?
I don't think that they have too many other options, though. Mind you, they got rid of all their picks. And I don't think that the market for Trae Young, I mean, I think it's potentially worse now. It was bad back then, it's bad now. So like I'm saying the era is over. You know, you kind of got to deal with what you got to deal with type situation. But let's recap the era. They probably still shouldn't. Well, I guess if it's his last year or whatever the case may be, you do what you do for asset management. But I wouldn't have traded him last year. Fuck it. Let's just rock out one more time. We still got tickets to sell.
W loophole.
That's probably it. But as far as him being any other sort of player, that wasn't about my that wasn't about my testament on him being a player or whatever the case may be. I just don't think he's the number 2. I just don't think that you're gonna get anything more different. His effort is his effort. It's gonna be what it is. The team is always gonna have to be predicated on this play style. They made a mistake drafting a 5'8" point guard who's a volume scorer, but is also inefficient.
Yeah, I maintain that stance with any team being led by a small guard. Can't win with them at the head of the helm. That includes Jalen Brunson. Yeah.
Aren't they winning right now?
I'm talking about winning a championship. The only outlier is Curry. But
Curry,
yeah.
And they're actually losing. Ooh, Pistons. Well, apparently they're selling. Okay, we can move on without Domo. Let's go down to some Yapper Tony. Dang. Ooh, do we have some Yapper Tony that
Domo need to take a big shit? Damn.
He said he had to pee. I don't know. Cooper Flag declared. I don't know if you saw that. Just quick one. I think that this is the biggest mistake in his life. When is the lottery?
Let's see.
NBA lottery 2025. When is the lottery? May 12th. We're gonna know in how many days is that?
May 12th is 3-4 weeks away.
Yeah, we're gonna know in 4 weeks how big of a mistake this is. I maintain, and I held out some hope because I thought it was strange. People usually tournament ends the last game, they kind of announce, yo, I'm hopping in the draft or whatever the case may be. But they didn't do that. So the teams that he has the options to go, the biggest options or biggest odds, lottery odds. Utah at 14%, Washington at 14%, Charlotte at 14%, New Orleans at 12.5%, Philadelphia at 10.5%. This pick may be conveyed to Oklahoma City. Brooklyn at 9%, Toronto at 7.5%, and San Antonio at 6%. Would you leave to go to the league with those types of odds?
No, I would not. I mean, even with the Bronny shot, I know some people make a distinction with that. I just think we just got to rethink this whole leaving college for professional hoops conversation. Like, I get the counter argument, but I think people don't really get like being man on campus for X amount of years. And just my conversation piece has just been like taking the college experience as a whole for granted. So it's not even like an NBA specific thing. But yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm going to maintain the same facts that I maintain. Being in Utah is less appealing than being at Duke. Being at Washington is less appealing than being at Duke. Being at Charlotte is less appealing than being at Duke. With the recent news about Zion in New Orleans, being in New Orleans is less appealing than being in Duke. Philadelphia is a conversation. Philadelphia is the first serious conversation, but at that point, we're already at a 14% odds. Being in Brooklyn is not as appealing as being at Duke. Being in Toronto is not as appealing as being at Duke. Now, San Antonio, depending on what happens in Phoenix, being in Portland isn't as appealing. And then we get into Dallas and Chicago. I just don't. I don't see any of these being more appealing as to being a Duke and building up my championship status, or building up the name Cooper Flag or the allure of Cooper Flag. They were one game away from being in a championship game. I think you build up your career and your hype so much more. I get what Star Ghost is saying in the chat. He at that point never declare. I think there's a difference in declaring with 1 year, almost crazy title. Well, a pretty crazy title run where they were a great team, versus 2 years. They probably win the title next year, or at least are some sort of favorites to win the title next year. And more star caliber name, more notoriety on your name, et cetera, and then coming into the league that way. I just think that there's a difference.
I think the thing that's pushing a lot of these people over the edge to just go pro is the not guarantee or the just the guarantee of the money. I feel like, because even with Zion, imagine if he stayed another year in Duke and still had the same injury history that he had. I think his stock going into that lottery would be much different than what it was coming out 2019. So while yes, we can talk about Cooper making a legacy for his name, staying at Duke for 2 to 3 years, how good that would be. That's a if everything goes right type. Like there's a injuries happen type. Like injuries happen. If you get injured next year, now your whole career looks different. Now you're missing out on $20-30 million in the NBA. Like it's just the ripple effect that I think a lot of people are scared of. That's why they just go pro and say fuck it.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I would just love to see, and somebody said I'm going to feel different next year. We're just going to see what happens when he's in Utah next year and nobody gives a fuck about Cooper Flag. That's truly the way that I see it. We're going to see him in Washington next year and nobody's going to give a fuck about Cooper Flag.
Now, are you willing to say, let me ask, with you feeling like that's what it's going to turn into, if it's the opposite, are you willing to say you were wrong?
Oh, yeah. I have no problem with that.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I just see them winning. How many games did they win this year? The the Washington Wizards 18 games. If they win
They're
20,
in their. I don't know. Maybe I'm just. You know me. I'm Mr. 2 years too early when it comes to these young teams. They're in their infancy phase. Infancy phase of their Detroit run.
but
in
do you
terms of
think
Wizards.
do you
And-
think next year, and this is real quick because this was just stalling. Do you think next year if he goes to Washington or Utah? Well, you don't believe this about Utah.
I also believe I don't think they're in the Detroit phase, but I do think Utah is a lot better than you're giving them credit for if they get Cooper
That's
Flag.
fine. They get Cooper Flag. How many more wins can we just guesstimate?
Guaranteed playing team if they're healthy. Again,
For
this is
both
all
of these teams.
both of these teams. If Cooper Flag goes to the Wizards or the Jazz, I have both of them as 10 seeds.
Okay.
But that's how high I think. Well, the Wizards I can see a 10 seed. I don't know about the Jazz. Now that I think about it, I don't know about the Jazz. Maybe the Jazz or 11th, but they're a fighting playing team. They don't make it. I think the Wizards can make the play and they get Cooper Flag.
I don't know if y'all heard, like, I feel like y'all have certain NBA players just talk about their experience in college. Don't y'all ever feel like it's on some like, damn, if the financial upside of going pro wasn't so high, they would have stayed?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think now that NIL has been introduced, that's been introduced. Like, if the financial upside staying in college if it ever becomes competitive with the NBA, I think a lot of these pros are gonna stay.
I think we gotta wait a bit. It's gonna be probably another 4 years before we find that generation of kids that are willing to really stay in college with the NIL money versus wanting to go pro. I still think that the NIL shit is still so new that we still have this generation of people that grew up with that mindset and they had it in their head. They're one and done. Like we still got a bunch of one and done culture kids in this shit. I think it's gonna take another cycle of schooling, so another 4 years before we get that generation of people that are just content with getting the NIL money. You get the kids that are probably in 5th grade now, 6th grade now, struggling with their mom, watching their mom go through it, and all they have is basketball. The barrier entry for get my mom out the hood is a lot lower. So to them, it's just, okay, I don't got to go pro. I just need to get the NIL money. Once you get that, then people are going to start staying.
And again, what people may not be understanding, it's not the teams are bad, and the teams are going to be bad the following year. I can agree with that. My thing is the star power you can build by being the best, even if it's in a lesser league, what people consider a lesser league. Being the best college basketball player, to me, still holds value and more value than being the latest rookie on the Utah Jazz. I truly just believe that. And coming in with 2 to 3 years at Duke University, one of the bigger college basketball schools ever, and title run after title run. I'm not even going to say he has to full on pull a title, but 2 title runs, 3 title runs underneath his belt. And again, being the best college basketball player, going to Duke University, going to the Utah Jazz 3 years later is going to hold more weight for his name and his cachet and his legacy. That's how Christian Laettner got on the damn Olympic team. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and then somebody already said it. The Hall of Fame, he probably end up being an already Hall of Famer just off of his college career if he could do good enough to. So coming in as a Hall of Famer, all these things are just a tribute to just a better, longer, like the longevity of the career being greater. That's just my thoughts, though. Could totally be wrong. Let's get into Unk, the dick deviant, the big dick deviant again. Oh, God, this is a fucking menace. All right, so Shannon Sharpe has an outrageous lawsuit going on about him right now, picked up by the Tony Busby. If y'all don't know about Tony Busby is the lawyer was the lawyer in the case that was claiming that Jay-Z was with P. Diddy and some young woman who had autism, and they had took advantage of her in some wild story. Drewski was a part of this story as well, and like I'm probably getting these stories mixed up and mixed in, but that's the lawyer leading that up. Drewski got his name kind of cleared up recently because they showed the bank statements of where he was at 2017. Or Drewski was with Chris Brown and Drake, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the lawsuit with Chris Brown and Drake. But they said it was 2017, and Drewski dropped his bank statements in court and showed that he was in Atlanta, Georgia, broke as a joke in 2017. But nonetheless, Shannon Sharpe is being sued by a woman with that same lawyer that took on those cases for allegedly graping her multiple times between 2024 and 2025, following years-long abusive relationships. She is seeking $50 million in damages.
God damn.
$50 million in damages. $50 million in damages.
It's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage. I mean, if you about to sue someone with that cachet, I'd try to get the most too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't. This is a react one. Go react about the Dick Deviant, or do y'all want me to read? Y'all want me to read the filth? That's what it is. Y'all just
Yes, read the filth first. Damn.
Oh my gosh. I usually from my understanding from listening to like platforms like the Joe Budden podcast, usually people just pay these things to go away. Try to get this up out of here. We don't want to deal with the situation. We're gonna go ahead and pay. And we're gonna keep it pushing. Excuse me. But people have been standing their ground against Tony Busby. First it was Jay-Z, and now it's Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe went about it by dropping statements with a text message. Like with a text message log. I'm gonna read to you what Uncle Shannon Big Dick Sharpe said to the woman in question. This is a statement by Lonnie J. Davis, counsel to Shannon Sharpe. Quote, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me.
Oh my God.
From Gabrielle Zuniga in a text message to Shannon Sharpe on October 7th, 2023. These are just outlining, all the different text messages. I know you missed this big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek. Gabrielle Zuniga in the text message of Shannon Sharpe, 1/1/2025. The lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misinterpretations or misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, I think it's extra large, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit, consensual sex continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek, as quoted above from her text messages. Mr. Sharpe, or her text message to Mr. Sharpe. There are other examples of text from Mrs. Zuniga. For example, only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. That's a text from Gabriella Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, November 23rd, 2023. I want to put my tongue in your B-star and then marry you. That's a text from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, January 12th, 2024. That's my daddy. Fuck, I want you to put a big black baby in me.
What?
I know Jay Majors is foaming right now.
That's an airball.
That's a text from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, August 6, 2024. You better crave it, because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way,
Uncle
boy.
freak, bruh.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Because I
I
know
will.
his response. They never released his response, but you know the emojis is going crazy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy,
I
ain't no
really
way,
wish
boy.
they would have released that shit in court. I would love to see her face as they read, "You're gonna put a big black baby in me."
That's
Yo,
a
she
text
freaked
message
out.
from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, August 11, 2024. These messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communications initiated by Ms. Zuniga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role playing, sexual language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga. The edited tape that Ms. Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray, as a result of this editing and out of context from prior messages, that the sexual activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all a part of her plan set up as a part of her blackmail scheme, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy of which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of grape, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to the vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and law.
Shout out Shannon, man. Standing on business. He didn't do it. Big facts. Ain't no, I can't speak on it right now because bro, I didn't do that shit.
Yeah, they dropped that shit Monday at 8. He dropped that shit Monday at 8:30.
Right. So which Tory did. But hey.
Tory did that shit. That's why. You waiting. He did it, be so. Just stop waiting.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I wish Tory did when it came out. I didn't do it. But
how he gonna say that if he did it?
That's what I'm saying, Omar. I didn't want him to do it. I didn't want violence to be committed.
Oh, okay. You didn't want him to do it.
Yeah.
You didn't say that. Yeah. Because this to me, yeah. Listen, the new celebrities, and they're old celebrities, but the celebrities are showing. Look, I'm not playing the rigmarole games. I'm getting it out there to the point where Shannon Sharpe is willing to show at least some text messages. Because I do think it's interesting that he didn't show the whole thing. I find it very, he talked about edited stuff. You showed blurbs of what you said. Show what you said, Unc. What did Uncle Shannon Freaky Sharpe say when a seemingly white or Hispanic woman said to him, "I want you to put a big black baby in me"?
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
Give me that baby gravy.
What did you say? You know what's crazy?
That's my Michelle.
I don't even care about I don't even care about the baby gravy thing. I actually don't care about that. What did you say? Because that sounds. Come on now.
He said Lakers in 5.
Yeah. If I, if I have a, if I have a, affinity to the other race, whatever. I like to dibble my toe in some other milk. I think I would still find it pretty weird if they said, "Put that big black baby in me." That's not crazy.
Not if that's what you like.
Hey, what that man say? Let me find that tweet. This is a sick Negro.
Nah, Shannon's nasty. And the fact that it continued, that let me know he was probably saying more foul shit back. Give you this big black baby. That big black baby gonna stay in you. I'm like, whoa, he was probably encouraging it. That's why she was going for it. Shannon's nasty.
Lakers in 5.
The fact that he was, I thought he was talking about putting his tongue in her ass. The fact that she sent that to him, this is a sick Negro, as you said. This nigga's nasty, bro. Like real like Shannon, we knew he was nasty with the whole Miss B nasty thing. When he was like, "Hey, look, I know what I have to do." Like, okay, Unc, talking like old nasty nigga. Then the Michelle video dropped, and it's like, all right, Unc really a freak. This is just beyond me though. Like this
is a sick Negro.
Yo, I'm actually speechless in this situation. I'm happy he's standing on business. More of these celebrities need to stand on business. If you know you ain't do it, drop the facts. Drop the Carfax. I love seeing Carfax.
This is a sick Negro.
I feel like Shannon low-key want to flex too. That's a part of it. Because wasn't that a part of the conspiracy with the IG shit? Like you wanted that out. You wanted the internet to know how you get down. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
it's a flex to have a woman say, I want you to put that big black baby. Why couldn't it just be a black baby?
Hey, I don't know what a flex is to him, but I'm just saying maybe in his mind it is a flex.
And yeah, so I'm gonna just spell it out for what Bezos said. The rumor was that Shannon Sharpe was zesty.
Oh wow, I wasn't even taking that angle, but okay.
That was the rumor. The rumor
no,
was...
No, I know where you're going now, but I just thought, he wanted to, the world to know his dick game strong type shit.
No, the rumor was that Shannon Sharpe was a fish, right? And he liked some of the boy pum pum. Bumba clot.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
They said that he was sweet milk, and he's been doing a lot of things to prove that he is not zesty. But I'm not gonna lie, this is exactly what I would expect a zesty man to put out. I would never expect
a lose-lose situation. God damn.
I just would never expect a straight man to get his Instagram live hacked or put out freaky nasty text messages in which he exposes that he gets his backdoored.
All of a sudden, she's not even real.
Right?
This is all AI.
The whole lawsuit is fake. I googled
Tony Busby. What? Wait, where? What did I do this lawsuit?
I googled Gabriella Zuniga.
I did too, Omar. I did too. I couldn't find anyone. You know what's crazy? I looked it up. The only thing that came up was an Instagram of a woman named Gabrielle, and when you click on it, it's privated, and the bio specifically says, "I'm not associated with Shannon Sharpe. I'm from Canada."
The nigga is a fish.
This is a nasty boy.
Niggas is saying that Shannon Sharpe is faking rape allegations to prove he's not gay.
What would it Domo, let me ask you something. And we don't know. You got two kids over there. Bezos is very public with his woman. I'm public with my woman. I think we're clear. We're in the clear. What would you think a DL man would do to prove that he's not DL?
Everything Shannon Sharpe's doing.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Every chance you get, hey, let me show you how not gay I am. Let me show you.
Way, boy.
I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. If a DL man was trying to prove he wasn't gay, I don't think he would bring up a woman eating his ass. I'm just saying. I think
but that's so outrageous. Cause he oh dang. Unc's so freaked out with women. He can't be gay.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Come on. Because
I don't believe this conspiracy theory, by the way.
I'm about to say,
No. Let me
this is
let's keep it.
I just see where he's coming from, but I do not agree with this. Okay, I do
anything like that.
Let me get on my. Because again, this was a consensual relationship over a year. Cool, I got you, and I believe you was dicking her down. If you having sex with a woman you're texting constantly. I don't think that Shannon Sharpe only had 10 text messages to pull from. Also, I'm not gonna lie, the point was hammered home before we got to the ass eating. Stick my tongue in your B-star. He decided, nah, put that in. They need to see that. Come on, Uncle Freaky Shannon Sharpe. Come on, Uncle Freaky.
They probably pulled the 10 most devious texts she sent. These are probably just the most extreme ones that she sent to show, like they said, how consensual their relationship was. I don't think that out of all of the messages, this is just the average. I don't think this is just how they normally talk to each other on an everyday basis. I think these were the extreme scenarios.
Again, there's 25 different. The collar was cool. Collar. Got it. Sometimes you get freaky in the bed. All of a sudden, you need to bring in tongues and beast. I just don't. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. I'm sorry.
I think they're trying to explain.
I am.
I'm about to say, I think it's just, do you know how consensual their relationship was? She was trying to eat his ass. I think that's where they were going with that.
Again, that's exactly. Listen, if I was gay, that's exactly what I would do. Oh, show it. And mind you, Domo, these aren't screenshots of text messages. They're not. They're just people typing stuff, right? So this could just not even exist. Show them. But show that though. But show that.
Matter of fact, say it like this.
Say it like
the legal defense.
Tongue in the asshole. That's how I would say it.
The legal defense to denying gay allization pipeline is crazy.
Do you think, last question before we move on, because Paul Heyman had a rant about Shannon today, because this is what he wanted. I'm being so dead ass. This the shit that Shannon want people to talk about. And I know people in the comments, I can't be, let's keep the book for other conversations, not this. No, this is what Shannon wants us to talk about. The reason why this was released is so we could talk about it to dispel the narratives on them. We're going to talk about it. Do you think Shannon Sharpe is an all fours type of dude or a lay on the back, holding the back of his knees type dude when he gets his fart bucks tongue punched? This is what he wants us to talk about. That's what that nigga wanted when he put that tweet out, or the text messages. So Bezos, all fours or holding the back of his knees? React.
Neither. Maybe he wanted to dispel rape allegations. I don't know. Maybe just food for thought.
Dom and them said rape, and Bezos just fuck it. You just let it fly.
All right, okay.
I'm just saying. I said grape like 9 times.
If I had to answer, option C, I think he stands.
That's even worse.
I know. That's why it's option C. I think he just stands up and let her go to town.
Come on, Uncle Freaky Shannon Sharpe. We could have did without this. We could have did without this. This nigga's a freak monster junior. Really a freak monster general. Okay. Continuing down the line. Not too much to go. Paul Heyman. I know it's not on the sheet, but I heard that Paul Heyman went crazy on Pat McAfee today.
About Shannon?
About everything. I ain't gonna lie.
Who's Paul Heyman?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. My bad. Who's Paul Heyman? Let me see.
And this isn't gonna make it any better.
WWE dude?
Yeah, WWE dude. I don't even know if this is the specific one. All right, here we go. We're about to get into the thick of it. Apparently he went off.
Gentlemen,
This nigga.
Oh shit. What the fuck?
my name is Paul Heyman.
Well, we got Sage just in the right time. Shout out to Sage.
Come on, man.
Come on.
My name is Paul Heyman, and I am an advocate for Seth fucking Rollins. I told you boys what the fuck was going down. Yeah, man, I'm fresh out the airport, though. God damn, bro. Long ass flights, long ass delays. A micro hot take of the millennia. God damn. Do the non-stops, bro. Pay the extra honey bun, man. This shit's not fucking fun.
Oh.
But yeah, huh? What?
My bad. Keep going.
Yeah, no, that shit was not fucking fun. But now, all shit aside, yeah, no, Bezos, that's crazy. You don't know about no damn Paul Heyman, bro. That nigga grew up with the Lesners, with the Cenas, with the Ortons, with the CM Punks and all that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm talking about WWE a lot because they got a new belt because WrestleMania was fantastic. The main event necessarily, ended a little weird. and it ended a little weird, Chad. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking weird, You're seeing Travis come out and all the goddamn fiends in the universe. And you would have thought the real fiend, the final boss, would have showed up. He never did. But another hot take, because I got like 50 hot takes today. Yeah, man, don't let that ending ruin the whole event for you. Do not let that ending ruin the entire event for you. Whether you just want to talk about night 2 or the entire thing, Jay Gunther had the fucking city jumping. Everybody wanted to fuck with Fatu and did. He won those. Hell, both men's mid-card titles went the fuck stupid. But the women's tag match, granted, niggas don't like Becky, but it was a fun reveal. You believe in Joe Hendry. That was a fun reveal. Stone Cold, I'm pretty sure y'all talked about the Shannon Sharpe shit earlier. There's another court case on the way, and that's because Stone Cold hit somebody through a barricade. He did not hit that girl. And John Cena's evil as fuck. Cody lost his belt, but I mean, again, such a fucking weird ass ending. I got a lot of shit that we could talk about, but I don't know what the pace of this podcast is. But yeah, man, I could let me know when it's my turn. Let me the fuck know.
Well, we're about to go into your wheelhouse, your bag. Paul Heyman apparently went on Pat McAfee.
We talking about what?
He went crazy apparently. So
About the
oh shit! Oh,
you care about the opinions of people who are irrelevant. You don't care about the opinions of most people who are very relevant in your life. You don't care about the opinions of the people who pay you. They sit there and they go, "Hey, Mr. McAfee, don't talk about Shannon Sharpe on the air today." And you go, "I talk about anything I want. I'm Pat McAfee. Right. Watch me swing my schlong all over the place." They go,
"What the fuck?"
Podcast on the air. What do? I'm King Schlong. Okay. Watch me, Pat McAfee. Right?
This is on you. This is about you, not me. Accurate stuff.
Right?
Accurate stuff. But
I mean, come on. Hey, last night when the roast was over and you and I were out back and you're going,
oh.
Why is that?
Nah, this nigga wildin'.
By the way, it's puff, puff, pass, not puff, 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 puff. Chase
Oh,
down the gummy,
man.
puff, 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 pass.
Oh.
Right? And you go,
why he maxing?
You know Stephen A. Smith really sucks, right?
Oh.
And I go, Stephen A. The man calls me the GOAT. The man, Stephen A. Smith, is on the air saying, if there's one person in the universe that I, Stephen A. Smith, at $70 billion a year want to be, it's the wise man Paul Heyman. And you sit there and you go, these ESPN bastards give me the same money as him or they can.
no, that's not true.
Nah, Paul's crazy.
None of that's true.
Paul's crazy. Paul's crazy as fuck.
Nah, none of that's
crazy.
true.
Paul's crazy. But
Paul Heyman is
Paul been
crazy.
peak on the mic. Pause if needed. We all knew these. We all knew he cut the promos, talks the real shit. It's like, go.
Either I have to be fake or real. Ain't no in between.
I think based off of how Pat was reacting, that shit was real.
Yeah.
that nigga said it's puff puff. It's not puff 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 puff. Chase with an edible puff 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 puff. This Stephen A. Smith guy sucks. Yo, that's gold. That's gold.
Nah, that guy is the GOAT, man. He probably capped on some of this shit, but definitely a lot of that shit probably was genuinely what's going on. Fuck it, I'm with this shit too. WWE's been wilding lately. These niggas dropping F-bombs and promos and shit for like the past 24 hours.
He apparently kept going in. CM Punk does as much good to my reputation as Shannon Sharpe does to ESPN's.
Ooh.
Don't ooh me. I'm not the one getting sued.
Yo. Yo, who pissed Paul Heyman off?
Who put a battery in that nigga back for?
Yo, he on 10.
Who pissed this nigga off, bro?
Why is Paul Heyman snapping for no?
Hey, I respect it. I respect it. He helped my boy Chef get a dub, and now he don't give a fuck about either of his ex guys anymore. That's just tough.
Tony Busby is his cousin.
Stop.
Tony
Sage,
Heyman.
can you give us? Was that what was going on at WrestleMania? What we just saw?
What? No. Oh, now WrestleMania was again.
What the
Everybody's
hoes
going,
looking like? No, my bad.
And you know that's you know what? We can skip it. No. I want to get. What was WrestleMania?
I got a real question, but go ahead, man.
The hose is a real question, but what was WrestleMania like, Sage?
WrestleMania, man. So, let's start off with a con, then go to immediate pros because the pros do outweigh the cons. First con. You good luck getting in that motherfucker day one. Day two, they fixed that shit up immensely. But day one, good luck getting in, and especially good luck leaving. Nigga, you could have had your car at the lot. You were not leaving. It just was a thing that was not going to happen. They did a horrible job. I think there were some TikToks that even trended over there. Night 2 was much more fluent, but night 1 was horrible, just entering and exiting the event. But now let's talk about the event itself. Merch overpriced, drinks overpriced. You're used to that shit. But you sit down. I had good seats. I had good seats, man. I think I was able to see the ring rather well. There was one time, I don't know if you guys heard for my WWEers in the chat, where we had to chant turn the lights off because the lights were like beamed down in our section. But then after that, no, it was very easy to see all the carnage and bullshit going on. It was actually very energetic too. Domo knows, I think most of the Keep It a Buck knows, I am anti nosebleeds. No, I'm not being classist. I just would rather stay home. I don't enjoy a nosebleeds experience. I just don't. But that's an exception because the environment is very infectious. I'm not gonna lie. These niggas will be on the way to like buy a fucking drink or chicken tenders or some shit. Just chanting shit, just talking shit to each other. I swear, these are the nicest people on the fucking planet. It actually didn't boof. It weren't like how you would think anime convention stinks, even though that one actually, But at the wrestling stadium, it didn't fucking boof in that bitch at all. So I was like, oh wow, niggas are clean and friendly. This is awesome. I love this place. The matches themselves, very, very, very chaotic. I'm not going to talk too much about the in-ring shit because that's not what this platform really delves into. But I will just say that it's fun that wrestling nowadays, you could be someone that watches all the time, and you could be somebody who just goes for the very first time. You'll very quickly catch up to what's going on. You're very quickly going to root for who you want to root for, and you're going to have a fun time regardless. So it's very infectious, is what I'll say as well. Last but not least, just experience-wise, I would say I would say the last thing that I experienced, again, just don't go into a WrestleMania thinking you know what's gonna happen. I'm not even just referring to the main event. If you were Team Bianca and everybody in the crowd doesn't fuck with Bianca, gang, you're going to piss yourself off, bro. Just you go in there, you root for who you want to root for, and you'll get the results that you need out of WrestleMania. But if you go in that bitch thinking everybody thinks like you and every surprise appearance is going to be who you thought, you're not even going to be disappointed or mad, but you're definitely going to ruin your own experience for no damn reason. But WrestleMania is awesome. Easily top 2 sports event I've ever been to, if not number 1. I'm only saying top 2 because I'm trying to think if something else is number 1.
You bearing the lead.
What?
And what the hose was like?
I'm saying.
God.
So the parties were fantastic. I'll say that for sure.
There were after parties?
Yeah, there were after parties. Expensive as fuck after parties. I ain't go to them shits. But there were after parties, and then there was a party on a Friday as well. I'll say this. You know how like a lot of people say clubs are dying, and the nightclub scene, it isn't like how it was in the raps, like you know how it is in like the music videos. It's not like that anymore. Not gonna lie, there's some spots in Vegas. They're absolutely like that.
Those people that say that just don't go to clubs anymore.
Yeah, I walked in the motherfucker and there was bitches twerking on the table. It was just all for it. Like it was packed.
So wait, so what you do though? Don't try to.
Shit, man, I got a drink. that's what I did. I got a drink. I sat in my corner, hit my Roberson, wide stance, no cheeks. Just lock and load, ready to play lockdown defenses. Hate on the nigga that was gonna get some, because that's all I can do when I ain't get a hug since angry. Tight shit. That's what they gave me this belt for. Hall of Fame defense. Big Beverly. But nah, it was
This my real question. Hoes for
Toss me.
hoes. Which was hotter? WrestleMania or DreamCon? The DreamCon we went to. Hoes for hoes.
3, 2,
be so
1, DreamCon.
Oh wow.
DreamCon.
So
Hear me out.
And I well go ahead, and I do got a follow-up question, but go ahead.
WrestleMania will have a lot of women's that are either extremely chill with their husbands, or they just not really dressed up to impress. You know, they just there. Some girls are there for very first time, very first experience. There's some girls there because, God damn it, they want to see the Undertaker choke slam somebody. There's some girls, get the fucking tables here. Like there's some of them out there too. So as a result, DreamCon by default of I'm trying to look as bad as humanly possible with my Chun-Li fit. Yeah, they got it. DreamCon in 5. DreamCon in 5.
So you feel like, just in your personal life, and feel free to not answer this question, but you should answer this question. You would lean more on the side of like pursuing an anime woman as opposed to a wrestling woman?
Not necessarily that, man. At the end of the day, television doesn't really, tell the full story of the women's out there. I just know that if there was a women's that was full blown rope to rope wrestling fan, and then you have a woman on the other end that's full blown kunai throwing, chakra sensing, I would say at that point, the women's who is the wrestling fan probably just doesn't give a fuck about life. So I'm gonna go with the anime one. The anime one just has a passion. The wrestling one just doesn't give a fuck about life.
Who you think freakier though?
I wouldn't know. I ain't got
Probably
a
the wrestling one. I ain't even gonna lie. The wrestling one seems like they.
Bezos, I swear to God, you're like 2 steps away from fucking Deshae Frost.
And I see some people in chat that want me to talk about the matches.
I can't pod. Okay.
I'll do my minute recap on the matches during hot take segment, chat. I got y'all, man.
I feel like the anime girl would be freakier. It depends on what you think freakier is.
Anime women are gooners, but I feel like the ones that want to try stuff are.
Yeah, like I'm assuming a motherfucker that grew up watching Lita one hit your ass with a swanton bomb. Now I don't know how she'd make that sexy, but I mean, twist of fate on the dick. I don't know, like you know what I'm saying. I don't know how you gonna do it.
Shannon Sharpe having women text him, "I want to have your big black ass baby."
Nigga, what did you just say to me?
That's what he does. I'm telling you what was said. Shannon Sharpe had a woman texting him, I want you to put that big black ass baby in me.
Man, get that Holly weird shit on, bro.
See?
get that Holly weird shit on, bro.
I do have a real conversation though about going to WrestleMania and stuff like that. You said you had a good time in person. I had a conversation earlier today with Cruz and Dre. I don't know how I feel about in-person events, like live sporting events and stuff like that. I know you won't get the vibe and the experience and stuff like that, but just from a pure like viewing the things that are going on.
Oh, if you want me to talk about okay. So to do this, I do, unfortunately, for the cool kids in the Keep It a Buck verse, I'll try to keep it to a minimum. I do need to talk about how things look, quote, in ring for my WWE stands. Here's your 10 seconds of fame. Essentially, watching at home is just going to be a better experience if you care about the in-graps. The graps is what they call. 100%, no debate. If you want to see which wrestler is a better wrestler than another wrestler, you're going to want to watch it in person. I mean, on the television. There's certain things you can't see. For my OD charge, you can't see certain wrestlers Q and coach matches or whatever the fuck the term is. Twitter has fucking invaded my shit ever since I flew to Vegas. But then not even necessarily just that. There's shit talk that goes on nowadays. Back in ye old woo, Randy Orton just did the wild shit. But nowadays, Roman Reigns will call somebody in the ring a bitch ass nigga and flip the bird up or some shit like that. And you won't see that if you're in section 202. You know what I'm saying? So you just know that they're kicking somebody's ass. Like John Cena's thing in person was way weirder than on rewatch. On rewatch, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess I see it even more. It's still fucking weird. I guess I understand it a little bit more, but definitely in terms of enjoying the actual wrestling match from a pure in-rings perspective. So I'm trying to make that analogy to like how good would you realize Stephen Curry is, or how good would you realize LeBron James is? You wouldn't realize that being in the arena unless you're like aura farming. But if you wanted to see him actually hezzy tween splash and break that down, nigga, there's a reason why people do film. Like, yeah, no,
that's why that's my belief too. I'm trying to think of an event that is better live as opposed to it being at home. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, Bezos, you got. I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of one. Any sporting event, I think I would rather see from a home experience as opposed to being in person.
My bad. The reaction was I haven't been tapping into WWE at all, but I did just see this clip of Randy Orton, RKO, and John Cena.
Yeah, they spinning it back.
No, but
spoiler.
Like, it like gave me a certain feeling, man, that I haven't felt in a minute. God,
I'm telling you, it's pause if needed. It's just one of them things that I've even tried to tell my chat, yo, I'm not a major WWE fan. So like when y'all have all these questions thinking I'm this omnipotent WWE guy, hey, y'all can keep me to the basketball and anime sphere. That's what I'm known for. But nah, it's actually working, man. It's actually working, man. This shit's fun, bro. If you get past the flaming hetero shit of obviously it's fake, obviously a real man sport is football, you get past that, it's just straight up entertainment. I look at it like TV. I look at it as literally like dramatic TV.
Domo, in person or on TV?
For wrestling or sporting events in general?
Sporting events in general.
In person.
Oh, wow.
At least from my experience.
Bezos, in person or on TV?
In person, as long as I got my glasses. If I don't got my glasses, I'm staying at home. Cause I've gone to a sporting event before and I forgot my glasses. Couldn't see shit with my glasses. Fire. When I went to the finals in 22, I was I had bleacher seats, and I still don't regret that purchase. Yeah. Just because of the environment of being in the Garden for a finals game. That shit was electric.
Yeah, it's gonna sound like Glaze, but that's really it. Like I'm like, if you have never been to a concert, yeah, you know what? Fine, fuck the sports shit. Concerts, for example, are a perfect example of how like just the environment around you makes shit better. There are songs that I know you're anti-concert. For me, I'm definitely pro-concert in the sense of there are songs that people have performed, and at the time I'm like, at the time listening to by myself in the car, I'm like, that shit ain't it. But then in person, I'm like, what the fuck? Everybody likes this song. So then I'll spin it back. And it's human nature. Yes. Obviously, I don't want to always proclaim to be a sheep. But yeah, I'll definitely be like, okay, maybe that shit was hard. And then I'll be listening to it in the car on the way home, whatever the fuck, and be like, damn, I was asleep. Good shit. Let alone do you just fuck with the artist or more, let alone when you go to like an actual sports event, see every time Curry shoot the fucking ball, everybody just stands up. Anytime like all the Roman Reigns shit that goes on with the acknowledge me shit, chat, seeing a bunch of humans shut the fuck up and go like this is crazy. Like everyone just shut the fuck up, let alone the yeet shit. Oh my God. So yeah, no, the environment literally is the thing to do.
Yeah, I'm going to a Kendrick concert in a couple weeks. I'm very excited. I ain't gonna lie. However, the only thing that I made sure to not do this time, because it's at Gillette, I'm not getting floor seats. There were some good prices for floor seats. Not doing it again this time, man. Them shits are overrated. I'm good.
We'll see. I'm going to an amphitheater. That's actually a little bit later on. No, that's in May, I think. Going to an amphitheater, see something, and WNBA season starts, and I got new seats, so we'll see. But I don't know. I'm trying to see everything. I'm trying to see a replay. I'm trying to not get my view impeded because somebody decided to stand up at the most, you know, inopportune time. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm not getting floor seats. Just because when I went to Beyonce, I couldn't even see Beyonce because there was some 6'5" dude in front of me.
Oh yeah, no, we were talking about it. Even if you were 6'5", there was these one seats on the floor, back row. I don't know how motherfuckers paid $2 for them seats. We were up top and we're like, those are the worst seats in the arena. Easy. like there's you can't see. You could be 8 feet. You cannot see that shit. That is not it. That is not it.
Last thing before we get out of here, we want to cover the agent shit. Tracy Ellis Ross. This is the agent. Should we do agent?
Don't bring me back, nigga. This is my show, twin.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Sage, spoiling sinners for you. He dies.
Oh, okay.
So, this is a hot off the presses recent clip. And full undivided attention because there's actually a rebuttal. I can't wait to do my full video. This is gonna be one of them ones that gets me out the mud, brother. Agent 00 in Publix streaming.
What's that?
You already know the drill.
What you mean?
None of this.
You know I'm just getting here to get.
I hate niggas like that.
We've already talked about this before.
I met you?
Yeah.
When I meet you?
Long time ago.
I'm gonna get some fruit though.
I know, but why do you have to do this?
No cap. I probably gave Walmart thousands and thousands of business this month just because.
No, we're good on that. We're good. We won't need business. We got plenty.
You don't need business?
We got plenty of business.
Bro, he said Publix don't need y'all business, bro.
All right, y'all gonna have to leave. Let's go.
I'm not buying nothing from this store.
You don't need to. Thank you. Oh, be respectful.
He said.
Nigga. You too.
How about like a can you please?
No, but we've talked about this before. But be respectful.
I don't know you, nigga.
But be respectful. We don't remember you, bro. I've talked to him before.
But look, though, why not just say excuse me?
Because last time I was, and then you took advantage of it.
Oh, what am I doing right now?
You came in here with the chains and stuff. We talked about this, man.
What am I doing right now?
It's not allowed. That's the issue.
No. Look, but there's a nice way to say it. You told me to skedaddle.
No. Last time we talked about it, right?
But you telling me you don't need my business like you're above us.
No,
we the ones who make this possible, man.
Just want to call.
Your jobs don't exist without customers coming in here and buying things.
This is a rule. This isn't a me thing.
Well, I'm not.
Anybody that comes in here.
Check. Let me know if I was a nuisance in any way whatsoever. He's about to get me tight, Chad. I'm not getting.
Thank you. Yeah. Fucking man bun ass nigga.
Oh wow.
That's so bad.
I remember the stream because the stream he's referring to. I remember that stream.
Oh, the stream where he went into Publix?
Yeah, that was Agent, Senna, Chris. They were doing I think a Chain Together marathon, and they went to Publix, and they had some trouble staying there, but I think Caleb talked to them behind the scenes type shit to let them stream type shit. That's how I remember it. But...
That was lame as fuck on Agent's part and his cameraman. They lame as fuck for that. Niggas' egos is too goddamn fragile. I swear to God. The nigga didn't come up to me from how I perceived it. Wasn't shit disrespectful. Buddy came up, hey, you can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, can't be doing this. Gotta go. At that point, my nigga, put the camera down, go, my nigga. Like, okay, plead, try to make a case, see if you can work something out. If not, just leave. What is this ego trip for? What is this swinging your dick? Hey, be respectful, fuck nigga. Bro, be the cameraman, fuck nigga. Put the camera down, get the fuck out. They're saying you can't stream there. You can't stream there. What is the sense of entitlement? Bro, I did so much business for Walmart. Don't nobody give a fuck what business you did for Walmart. If they policy is you can't be streaming in there, they don't want you streaming in there. Get the fuck out.
Bro, approach was a little crazy, but I definitely think once you're asked to leave, I'm not one of those people that try to fight for my business to be had. I don't fight to stay to serve somebody that does not want me there in general, let alone with my own actual finance. So once bro, as he disrespectful, in my opinion was, if he's disrespectful to you, but at the end of the day, ask you to leave, bro, just chalk it. Just leave. It is what it is. We can talk about that shit after the fact. You can call him a hoe or whatever after the fact. I don't like calling him a hoe ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, all that shit in the store, making a scene, none of that. Just get the fuck. But
what was
nah,
disrespectful, if I can ask? Where was
it
the
wasn't his tone, because
disrespectful
it wasn't his volume, obviously, but just I don't like the like, I guess, lack of subtleness. I would need to see the clip again, but he kind of like just straight frame one, walks up to him, y'all gotta go. Like, and it's just like no explanation. Like, what's going on? Like, you can't say, hey man, we done talked about this, or hey, you can't do that, or anything like that. You can't just walk up to somebody, shake your head, gotta go. Like, damn, bro. Tell me what the fuck I did real quick.
Play it again.
What's that? You already know the drill.
Yeah, y'all already know the drill. Like, come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. Y'all already know the drill. Again, you could just be like, come on, man. We talked about this type stuff. There's better ways to do that. I'm not saying that he has to get down there and be like, oh my God, Agent Zero. No, he ain't got to do that. But walking up to somebody, y'all already know the drill, get out the stuff. You could handle that better, especially as a professional, the same way that we're asking Agent to go out there and handle it as a professional. I think both sides could do better.
He respectfully, he came up and subtly said, hey, bro, y'all already know the drill, man. It wasn't like he said it kind of.
It wasn't the craziest, but
little girl. It wasn't. He didn't say it the craziest way. He didn't like put 5 on. He was just like, "Come on, bro, you already know the drill." If we're really about to play war on words on what was said, I guess. But man, calling that disrespect. I would love to see how many times y'all have actually been disrespected in real life. If that is deemed a disrespectful way to be told you can't stream in an establishment, or a way of somebody telling you to get out. I've been a person who's seen a plethora of way more disrespectful get outs. As a worker, I have told way more disrespectful ways of get out. Hey, bro, the drill is not there.
The answer would be 0, because again, I think both sides could do better, and I don't sit there stream at a place that I've already had a bad encounter with. I just wouldn't go back there in general anyway. So that's just where I am with it. Again, agree to disagree. I don't really give a fuck. I think there's obviously levels of disrespect as well. I don't think he had the perfect approach, I guess, to sugarcoat it for everybody involved, the conversation. I don't think he had the perfect approach, but I damn sure don't think that that essentially going to war to stay was the right place either. So I just think it's a messy situation. Definitely messier to drag it for as long as they did. It
gets messier. And see, I think that's the problem. And the entire sentiment of the entitlement is that even after being told before, like Biso said, I'm going off of what Biso said, but there was a conversation that was had before. You already know. If you forgot that you couldn't do it in Publix, which is fine, but we've had these conversations. Why do I have to be now the quote unquote bad guy when you can't follow the rules? Why is that the case? Why am I put in that position?
Can I also say that in context, if we're just not calling people liars, Agent did also on several occasions say, who is this guy? I don't know you. Yap, yap, yap. So if Agent genuinely does not recall this guy, that would only add on to the idea of pulling up and be like, you already know the drill. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So it's one of them things where I guess agree to disagree, but
I think that doesn't matter in the same context of if they put a trespass on him for real. I don't owe you the quote unquote decency to say, hey man, can you get out? No, I told you the next time that you were gonna get arrested for this.
No, that's very true. If it's real.
It's the same conversation. Hey, I had this. If you forgot, that's fine. Like they say about all the laws, ignorance is not an excuse. So you can forget about this, but you're clearly disrespecting the conversation that we had, which speaks more to the entitlement because you think so little. Like you said, we're the reason why.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This speaks more to the entitlement that somebody told you not to do this before, and you just in your mind fuck it. That doesn't even matter because you know why? We could just have a little conversation, and I could try to sneak my way and conversate my way. No, if these are the rules, that's also another thing. Why we shouldn't have to conversate about the rules. It's not his rules. He's not conversating about his rules. I'm following company policy, so I don't get fired. The respect is, hey, I know this is something that can get you in trouble. Just like this is something that I'm not allowed to do, I'm not gonna do it.
Especially
So the next time anything happens, to be honest with you, that dude could have been and potentially should have been way more exaggerated. It could have started with the police being there. Full stop.
Nah, that wouldn't have been it, man. I understand. Nah, that wouldn't have been. On site calling the police. Come on, bro. That's not it.
If you about to start calling me hoe ass niggas because you've been trespassed,
no, when you call him a hoe ass nigga, 911. So, but at that point, but no, like on site police at the second again. If he was wanted in the store already, agents aware that he's wanted in the store, then sure, yeah. Hey, police, what the fuck? This guy's here. You're not supposed to be here. But nah, just in general.
Not trespassing. I told you already that these are the rules. This is what can happen with the next rules. For whatever reason, for the sake of the stream and content, you tried to conversate me. I was a little bit lax or whatever the case may be. And it's cool, whatever the case. We went through that one. But I told you that these were the rules. And this is what can happen next time. You doing that same bet. If it's like dealing with fucking kids. If you tell your kid, hey, this is the rule right here. This fridge is closed at 8 p.m. Why am I giving you grace the next time you go to the fridge at 8 p.m.?
I definitely give you that. Yeah,
I'm not
that's
giving the kids, but you know,
you
get the sentiment.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I think that I think in one may call this fence sitting. I would call them a stupid, but no. Once agent lost me, once he was like, yo, what the fuck? Who are you? Whoop whoop. His man's talking to him a hoe ass nigga, all that stuff. At that point, bro, just get out the store. Again, there's no environment where people are asking you to leave that I feel, unless you've already paid money for the groceries, if groceries ever work like that, and then they were gonna kick him out and keep like the pineapples or whatever the fuck was in his hand, then I guess. But no, just get the fuck out the store, dog. It's really not that big a deal.
I know this isn't where the conversation is, but to me, just recording in public, let alone live streaming, is still like so weird to me because I don't live in like a content city like Omar does. But to me, like the times I brought out a 6600, like a mirrorless camera out in public, I be getting stares and I instantly get mad uncomfortable. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like just going into a store, a private property, and recording instantly is like just a crazy image. Like even when we did that that video, I think it was at Publix actually, the cooking video. That was like mad uncomfortable to me, and that wasn't even live stream.
And again, from the perspective, because there's more to show. My brother does call agent. And agent does talk about this.
Here we go.
Even to that conversation, the context is different. We went in there. You can take photos in stores. I have my camera in store. I vlog myself in store.
Yeah.
People know what's going on. It's me centric. Think about the first interaction he had. Going off of what Biso said, 4 streamers came in, chained together,
chained up, yeah,
screaming and howling.
I ain't
and
know
yelling
nothing about that, so I'm not speaking on it. I don't know what that's about.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So the next time I do see you with your camera, this is where my mind, dog, you cannot, like, come on now, we're not doing this.
Yeah, our thing as well was on some, we can stop recording here and there. Like, it wasn't as intrusive as a live stream where you got to be on 10 like the whole time, especially with content that he makes. Right.
Let me play the clip. My brother calls him, and then agent also reacts to the clip of my brother calling. But this is the first clip. This is agent calling my brother, or my brother.
He picks up.
Nah, say this. Wait. Aren't you going?
Oh yeah, well. Yo, I was gonna say this now, but I just thought I'm gonna see you later on. But I'm looking at this Publix clip. Man, you was wrong, bro. What I do? Just put the food
say
down.
How you really said it.
Just put the food down and keep it pushing, dog. He told you to get the fuck out of his store. You get the fuck out of his store.
Now you see the tone don't change, y'all.
He's falling for the same trap that bots on TikTok fall for, nigga.
Nigga, he did. He told you to get out, and you got out.
Yes.
All right, so that's it. Okay. I mean, niggas sat there and said I wouldn't tell you that you were wrong, but I mean,
yeah, I did leave, and I said I'm not. I said the same way I'm not entitled to shop, and I'm not entitled to record in his store. Like he's not entitled to my money either. So I took my business to Coogler.
Well, we know who can't go to Kroger.
Yo, what the fuck?
They'll show you that. They'll show you that part.
But they don't show you that part, bro. But that's
He's
exactly
still acting like a Karen.
Like, you don't want me at your store, bro.
Wait, ask him why he randomly said he gave thousands of dollars of business to Walmart.
Why did you randomly say that you give thousands of dollars to Walmart?
I do though. Walmart gets hella bags from me.
But why?
Well, why? But what does it matter though if he's telling you to leave out of his store?
I'm saying like he's acting like he's. You get what I'm saying? The nigga moving with an ego, gang. I'm saying
He came up and told you to leave the store after he told you something that he been told you before.
Triple A's fucked you up, bro.
If somebody comes up to me and abruptly asks me to leave, even though I've done nothing wrong, if I'm recording, I say, okay, I'll leave. I'm on my way out. He's continuing to pester me. And so I drop the things and I walk out the store. What the fuck do you expect me to do? Do you want me to sprint out the store?
No,
I'm
just
on my way out, bro.
Just be like, all right, cool, and just drop it and leave.
That's what I did.
No, I'm watching you talk to this nigga still. What are you talking about?
Bro. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Nah, man. So if this was a court case, right? You've laid down the evidence. You know, agent is the defendant here. He brings up an approach that some jurors would say was aggressive, some would say was completely valid, and the man's doing his job. Once agent's next defense was, I left immediately and did nothing wrong, that nigga guilty.
Do you know
it's real quick, it just sounded like he wanted.
Yeah, they're guilty. That's guilty.
It just sounded like he wanted special treatment because of the pull that he got, like from his interaction with Lowe. Oh, I bring thousands of dollars to this. Like, why would y'all treat me like this type shit? Like, I think he knew he was breaking the rules, but it was awesome. But you know what I bring to this establishment.
Do you know the sense of entitlement, the sense of ego you must have to misremember a situation that badly? That nigga Lowe, bro, once he tells you to leave, just leave the store. I did leave the store. No, y'all called this nigga all types of whole type of niggas. Y'all argue back and forth. There was a lot happening between him telling you to leave and you putting the shit down and leaving. And the fact that you can misremember it so bad to the point to where you're just like, oh no, but I did handle it correctly. Man, that shit's scary, bro.
That's agent.
That shit is scary.
That's agent.
That's super scary.
If
that's how niggas is.
And again, the other entitlement, the other entitlement of after I did nothing wrong, you recording is the thing wrong. Mind you, they're following you or they're continuing to quote unquote pester you because you still have your camera on. The purpose of them coming up to you is to tell you to stop recording and put the camera down. If you would have put the camera down, cut the stream or whatever the case may be, which I know, hey, you can't do it. This is a content game. But if you did that, there wouldn't be a continuous follow or whatever. But the idea of, oh, I didn't know, I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. The literal recording. So he responds to the phone call. Let me pull that up.
There we go. Chapter 3.
I think that this is incredible.
That's what I did.
I'm watching you talk to this nigga still. What are you talking about?
Bro. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later. What the fuck? Like, yo, it's the same thing, chat. When we was at the dealership and he said NDA reasons you can't record here, I said, oh, okay, oh, damn, my bad. Feel me? I'm not going to force it. Like, I by any means, Paul, like, I'm not forcing anything, bro. It is what it is. Like, but I'm definitely not going to let nobody talk to me any type of way and continue to get my business. Absolutely not. I just took my business elsewhere. That's very easy, bro. I don't know why he was saying that.
Is that?
All right.
But that's a game.
Out of all the clips, that's when he called me. Bro. He hasn't called me about a good clip, bro. He hasn't called me to say congrats on top 5. Bro called me about fucking All right. Let's change the graphics.
Yeah. It's a pretty cut and dry case for me. I don't know about y'all. Again, you could have your conversation of was the approach rude or not. Yap it up. Comment below. Who gives a fuck? Once somebody asks you to leave something, chat, comment section, co-host, and anybody listening to this, just get your black ass out of there. It's like you're not wanted there. I don't know why you would want to be there anyway. If hypothetically that's all he did, I would 100% be on Team Agent. Unfortunately, I think we've all seen it was not a, hey, y'all gotta go. You already know the drill. Dang, dude, what the fuck? But it wasn't that simple. And that's just all it was.
as a nigga that work retail, I have a very, very hard time not judging people based off how you treat retail workers in what I deem a normal situation. And for that nigga agent to turn into a straight Karen for no reason, that's disgusting to me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. But that shit to me is so fucking disgusting. And it's such a tell of character. I'm taking it there. That is a tell of character to me and type of what type of nigga you are for you to just explode and act hella irrational in a rational situation. I'm not deeming that nigga. Hey, come on, bro. Y'all know what time it is. Like, bro, that was not a reason to blow up the way he did. And then I bring thousands of dollars though. I bring so much business to Walmart. Why would you, bro? Who do you think you are, my nigga? Like, that is so disgusting to me. That is so nasty.
I ain't gonna drag it there because especially because it's a one-off thing. For me, at least, I don't keep up with agents drama.
You want to play the security clips?
I'm about to say it's not a one-off thing because I'm also.
If y'all want to play all these clips on agent, I guess I don't keep tabs on people and necessarily till I like either meet them or until it's like more than sufficient evidence. But yeah, I ain't gonna drag it to character, but I definitely think in this situation, that weren't the best way. It weren't a crash out, but that weren't the best.
Sage, if a nigga reacted like that to you when you was at T-Mobile, how would you feel about him? What would you say about him?
Just be like, that's fine, get out the store.
But what would you say, like, later on when you hop on a game with the homies, how would you describe that situation? You would not be like, yo, this dickhead at work, my nigga. Y'all won't believe that.
You definitely talk about it. You definitely like, yo, this nigga thought because he was about to get 5 iPhones that I needed that shit, bro. Just get out the fucking store, bro. We're like, I'm good. Type exactly the same way that the employee was, where he was like, bro, I promise you, we're not gonna go bankrupt, bro. It was like Publix is fine, type shit.
You'd have felt like he was an asshole. You'd have been like,
I'd have felt like he's a fucking asshole. Yeah, I'd have felt like he's an asshole.
I gotta find it.
But I wouldn't like, you know what I'm saying, considering that I've seen other clips, other things like that. Fuck, we've had him on this channel even. I wouldn't just then go based on 1-2 situations. Oh yeah, never mind. This guy put on a mask and is a total asshole. Maybe it's changed for the better or worse. Time does.
I can agree with what you're saying. If this is the one isolated incident, things like that nature. Some of what Don was saying is really resonating. I think the conclusion jumping.
Don't get caught now.
Entitlement is there. Oh no, listen. A 1 out of 10 is being produced tonight, so trust me, it's gonna be said. But there was that time where the security guard, it might have been 2 times where the security guard was tripping hard because they wouldn't let him into the event or whatever the case may be. I forgot I also made a video about it, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't he have an incident with at a soccer game?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
What are you securing?
So for context, because this the audio's
this looked familiar.
This is them at one of the celebrity soccer games and stuff like that, and agent wasn't allowed up there because the security guard was talking about their phones having certain tripods or some situations like that, if I'm not mistaken, and also him like reminding them that like, yo, we are AMP, like this. The AMP shit. We are AMP. We should be able to get up there.
Right now. What are you securing? There's only people besides video representation. You're not understanding. You're flown here by sidemen. Listen. I could rock up here now and say, oh, they phoned me. Nigga. Dog, we're not just anybody. They invited us, dog. You up the stream. You not securing shit. There could be something happening right now. You haven't secured a thing. It's not, you're not securing nothing though. You're just wasting time. What the f is wrong with these guys? This is what I've been talking about, security having power trips, dog.
He's crashing, but I remember this. Wasn't the context to this?
I don't remember it like that.
No, I do remember this. Wasn't the context to this that he was supposed to be in the building and the security couldn't recognize who they were? So it was like let us in the building type shit. Wasn't that the context on it? I know chatters know it. I understand this community like being too cool for school. I know some of you.
From what I remember, again, the information is a little blurry now. It was on some like they had a proper pass to actually record. They pressed him for not having the proper pass, and that's when agent was like, "Bro, we can actually record. Like, what the fuck are you doing?" But I don't know. I may be wrong.
I gotta remember because I remember seeing that fucking clip, bro. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be in there, and the nigga couldn't recognize him.
That there are more security guard clips. I mean, there's more clips.
Being said,
Now
obviously,
that I'm thinking about this might happen to agent a lot.
Yeah, I'm about
bro.
to say, it probably does happen.
It
to Agent a lot.
happens to
Being
Agent a lot?
said, yeah, no, you shouldn't walk up to him. You see, you're not securing shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. But no,
You're the only nigga to start spazzing out. Even if it is a misunderstanding, there are ways you handle situations. Blowing up and turning into a fucking Karen every time a bad situation happens or a misunderstanding happens. Again, very telling of character. I'm sorry. I'm not the nigga that's been around him. I don't have the context of every single thing that happens. But if, Sage, what do you say? If it walk like a duck, if it swim like a duck,
you're saying you see
if it quack like a duck,
uh-oh.
Nigga, if you explode once like a Karen, you explode twice like a Karen. And if this nigga Omar drops 2 more videos of you acting like a fucking Karen, you know what I'm gonna assume about you, my nigga? In heated situations, you act like a fucking Karen, my nigga. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
The nigga hates not being told he's allowed inside. Like maybe that's just one of his quirks. Like, yo, he just wants to be able to go in the buildings, man. But nah, that ass
cardiac passion right now.
I am like, I'm gonna do my Googles when I get the chance offline. I'm 90% sure a nigga in the comment section will do it if chat's gonna act like nobody here knows the context. But I'm pretty positive that's what that was because I remember seeing that clip all over Twitter and everybody was like, bruh. That is crazy though. Like he was supposed to be in that bitch. Tell you shit. But that's the level of anger though. I'm with you. It's tough.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fantastic episode of Let's Keep It a Buck Podcast. I have some super chats to read. This is from Jess Worth for $20.
Oh man,
just off the strength to say this is a super chat.
Appreciate it.
Shit, my fault. I zoned out for 2 seconds. Appreciate that. It's been a long day, chat.
Whew. That's a lot, brother. That's a lot. Shout out to Truly Tay for $4.99 says
he's on fire.
Kawhi Leonard the GOAT.
Fuck, that game is on right now, ain't it? What's going on?
Domo, the Lakers play tomorrow, actually.
Yeah,
we were talking about they play tonight.
I thought they would have because I hate the playoff cycle, bro, because there's always one game they switch the date from. Oh my god!
It's always that one game that is almost the one game of a day, and that shit pisses me off. Like it's 4-4, and then Wednesday here's this one.
The last time the Pistons and Knicks played, we played that night. I'm sorry, I assume today that the Pistons and Knicks play, we played
that night.
Like, what the fuck? That just makes sense to keep it in the same goddamn order. Nah, let's push the Laker game a day later. I guess, bro.
I hate that shit.
Kawhi cooking though. Nah, I will say after years of seeing Kawhi play, I'm gonna wait till game 4 and 5 to start getting hype about playoff Kawhi because we know his tendencies. But he balling so far though.
Shouts out to Nidell Clay for $1.99 says, why do young people feel so entitled?
I don't know, man. I'll say it though. Regardless, y'all walking into everybody don't fuck with the YouTube, Twitch shit or whatever. TSO know the chronicles with my neighbors. Let alone I know the idea of walking into a fucking store with your camera. At the end of the day, these niggas don't gotta fuck with your shit just because it's some shit that 10,000, 20,000 niggas will in a chat stand for. Like all the people in the chat acting like there's no realm that agent did anything wrong was crazy. I ain't gonna cap.
Especially at a grocery store, like.
Where I'm trying to cheat. Let's just really talk about it. Let's break down the science. What if I was trying to cheat in the grocery store?
Oh,
okay, never mind.
Oh, you wasn't. Okay, go ahead.
Nah. You got it. You talk about cheating so bad. Go talk about cheating, man.
God, here you go. No, there could be a bunch of reasons why I'm in a grocery store and don't want to be seen. Hell, I shouldn't even necessarily need reasons. I don't want to be seen. But I don't know. Last time he came in chained together by 4 people. So J.O.
He's on fire.
Superstar member for 8 months. Did nobody talk about Biso saying ninja emoji? How does he keep saying nigga without saying nigga? Love the pod though.
Nah. Did you?
I didn't catch
do
that.
it?
I mean, I had to say what I had to say.
Well.
Yeah, had to say what you had
That
to
was
say.
what it was. It was an emoji of a Asian ninja. It was a yellow dude too. An Asian ninja.
I see what it is, Chad. We're getting there. We getting there.
Oh my
Tough
God.
Tough week. First day. Never mind.
There was 2 Asians in that film too. Well, I don't know. Never mind.
Both of them fucked up.
3 actually. Not that I'm keeping count.
Yeah. Shout out to Lily, man. Her parents are dead. Nobody talks about that. What is that?
No one
young
talks.
Asian
Yeah,
girl
yeah. It's crazy. You said her name wrong too. Yeah, no one talks about Lisa.
The movie.
I
Yeah,
thought it
no
was
one's-
Lisa. Or Lily. I
Yeah,
thought
I
it
didn't
was
get
Lily.
to
No,
see that shit.
it's Lisa, and she's just still stuck on the Negro side of the street in the store. I don't think people pick that up. Jim Crow.
Yeah,
crap.
what the hell? I mean, come on, our parents is dead. What's she supposed to do?
Keep running the
don't-
block.
Sage hasn't seen it. I forgot.
She like 12, my nigga.
Yeah, I'm just sorry.
You moving in with the black. You know, back in that time, like you lose your parents or whatever. Also, I know that husband was mad too when he woke up the next morning. Where the fuck is my wife? Her body burned. I don't know. She's like, come on, brother. Nobody can find her. If I was like a child back then, black, my parents died. There's other black people that would just take me in. My cousins, the community, whatever. That's probably the only Chinese girl for miles.
I'm gonna be honest. Their existence still threw me off. I wasn't
Chinese
expecting. During 1930s, I was not expecting a single Asian in that movie.
Oh, okay. I see what
Yeah, in that movie, I was not expecting a single
Specifically
Asian
in West
that movie.
Bumblefuck, Mississippi, running both sides of the street. I feel you, souls. It threw my girl off too. She was like, "Damn, they both sides." I was like,
Tell you
I get
what,
it.
movies.
And then
nine,
during the okay, I don't want to.
no, go ahead. Oh, you don't want to spoil it?
Nah, I don't.
Movies 9 out of 10. I'm gonna tell you how it could be better. Asian girl finds out what happened to her parents, links up with the Native Americans, Chinese Native American vampire slayers.
But where are the rest of the vampires at? Didn't they presumably die? Well, no. Michael B. Jordan and Mary Lou Lynn, they survived all the way to the 90s. You're right.
Shout out to
Y'all bad for Sage, man. Damn. Y'all don't care about spoiler culture. Damn.
I don't care about spoiler
It's
culture.
Monday, nigga.
If you want to watch it, you would have fucking watched it, my nigga. I'm sorry.
Sage was not home to watch it.
That's tough, my nigga.
It's
You
only
gotta
movie
follow.
theaters at it's only movie theaters
I'm
at its
saying,
home.
Vegas don't got movie theaters, fuck nigga. This is crazy.
What? Man, stop it. Shouts out to Juby for $1.99. So you're not even listening to us.
I zoned out until I
Okay,
heard
okay.
I zoned out until nigga said that it was my fault that I was on a plane. So I was like, oh well, shit, turn the slider back up. That was about it.
Okay, you had us off. Okay.
I ain't had y'all completely off. I was like, I'm just gonna not pay attention.
Yeah,
I
I
knew
was
what Chet's talking about.
I felt bad, bro. I'm like, damn.
Oh no, y'all pieces of shit. But it's like,
Yeah.
but
No.
I
my
don't know what
bro.
the fuck y'all are talking about. So
What's the,
I-
what's the
Good,
limitation?
good.
What's the
All right.
time frame? This ain't no regular release. Pause. This is a big one. What's the time frame that somebody has in order to watch a movie?
I mean, y'all know I was on a plane.
That's what I'm saying. Don't in his context specifically. I'm not about to spoil it for him. I don't care about that.
I don't know.
I'm
Like,
asking a general question. What is the time frame that somebody has to watch a movie?
watch a movie like a week, month.
What?
A month?
For a big release the weekend, then I'm gonna start talking.
It depends.
Nigga,
Again, Sage's situation is different because I know why he couldn't watch it.
I'm about
That's
to say.
tough.
I'm about to
Niggas
say,
got
to be
until I
honest,
watch it. Niggas got until I watch it for me to spoil it.
I know how you move.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Niggas
I'm
watch
about to
it.
say. Yeah, I mean that's just that type of nigga. I don't know what to say on that, but nah, like. If a movie just dropped, I understand that some people got to get paid. Some people was as out right now. In my situation, I don't even have fucking data. So like the one dude in chat said he could have watched it in the morning. I really couldn't have, unless I wanted to watch it at 1 a.m. following Mania, following after Mania, said, all right, bet. I'm about to, on 1 bar Wi-Fi, stay up till 4, which is then when I got to wake up to go to the flight. Yeah,
well, let me ask you this.
That weren't going.
Because what day did you leave your home to go to Vegas?
I left on Friday.
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 Friday night, you landed, whatever. Friday night was there. I don't know. Was there a wrestling event?
Yeah, technically, yeah, but I didn't go there. Instead, we went out just in general because it was a group of us in Vegas.
Sound like niggas could have grouped up and went out to the movies.
Saturday morning. Wait. The next day, what time did the wrestling event start?
Starts at 4, but you are an idiot. You don't try to get there by 1.
Morning. I don't know.
I suppose so.
If you really want to watch it, you watch it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let me ask the last question. Let me ask
You
the last
both
question.
want to watch something, and then like if you're on a trip,
Biso, stop.
I'm about to say,
Let me
I'm
ask
on
the
a
last
vacation
question.
gang.
If it was in game, what would you have done?
Not seen it in the fucking morning. I would have seen it when I got back. I don't know. It's pretty sensible. I would have just seen it when I got back home.
going on a big trip, you spend thousands of dollars. Yeah, she can wait. She can wait. What the fuck?
That's fine.
Man,
She
that's
can
fine.
wait. You're right. I seen it. I'm gonna talk about it, and I don't believe in spoilers. Nigga, either watch the movie or don't. You knowing about Lisa ain't gonna kill the movie, and if it does, too bad.
I don't even know who Lisa is.
That's fine. It's I promise you, it's not that important. I promise. In the grand scheme of things, it's not
I'll say this though. I do hate because you reminded me of my dog Mike. Shout out to Mike, you bitch ass nigga. Basically, no. You're not a bitch ass nigga like Mike. Mike is a bitch ass nigga. You just reminded me of this one thing that he does that like he's just the worst Negro, and this is one of his anti-Negro traits that you do have this. Essentially, nah, you got good traits. Mike has no good traits. That nigga's a piece of shit. But he does the one thing that you do, bruh. Like, he'll say some spoiler shit and be like, bruh, that's not really a spoiler. So like, I guess y'all know I'm an anime nigga. If it's kind of like he'll be like, bruh, it's not a spoiler if I told you about Frieza. Well, yes, it is. Who the fuck is Frieza? Type shit like yo, it's not a spoiler if I tell you about great apes, huh? What do you mean?
Let me ask you.
Yeah,
is it a spoiler if you've never seen Dragon Ball? Would you view it as a spoiler if it's like, oh yeah, that nigga does beat Raccoon? Is that a spoiler to you?
Yes.
Hey, nigga, too bad. I don't know what to tell you.
If you tell me
too bad.
No, you want to know why? Because Goku beats Raccoon. So you're telling me like, huh? Goku? Nigga, last
you know what's crazy?
Vegeta was fighting the nigga.
One nigga in the chat. At no point did I say anything about fucking mild spoilers because I don't believe in spoilers. That was either Omar or Souls. I don't believe in fucking spoilers. Therefore, I wouldn't give you no fucking spoiler warning. I don't give a fuck. If you hear me, if you are dumb enough, and this ain't to you, Sage, if you're dumb enough to sit in a conversation of niggas talking about a movie you ain't watched and you still sitting there, fuck you.
You gotta do the pod. This is
nigga. No.
This ain't just a fucking Discord call.
Did I just not say I'm not talking about Sage? Did I just not say I'm not talking about Sage? What the fuck?
But I don't think and sporting events may be different, so that's the way people may feel. Like, dog, I'm gonna talk about the Super Bowl halftime. I'm not waiting for you to see it. Somebody said give them literally people in the chat, give them a week. Wait till next Friday to talk about the specific movie.
I would say in our situation, give me till next pod. Like by Thursday, if I hadn't seen it, then it'd be like, okay, well, damn, nigga. Not only were you supposed to see it, but yeah.
But absolutely fine, Sage. I can give you a bit more grace because you're my guy. The niggas in chat that are specifically talking about spoiler warning, you're a fucking idiot. If you're sitting in the chat listening to us talk about a movie but don't want us to spoil the movie, fuck nigga, leave so we can enjoy the conversation and then come back. Why am I limiting my speech? Because yo lazy, broke, stupid, whatever it is in your situation, can't just go see the movie when you supposed to go see the movie. All right, Nick, if you, like I said, if you really want to do it, You would do it. Yes. Some niggas is broke. It is what it is. I'm
My
broke.
niggas ain't broke.
I'm broke. Guess what? I still seen the fucking movie. Fuck, nigga. It was $8. You ain't got $16, nigga. What are we talking about?
And you
I
can
want to
corner.
see it.
I ain't hearing that.
You can Afterpay. You
Yo,
can
shut
corner
up, Bezos.
if you
Shut the
really
hell up,
want to
because
see
you
it.
wasn't on this side earlier. You wasn't. I don't want to hear shit.
I don't
that
think he
Bezos
is. I
got
think
to
he's
say.
trolling.
Nigga, you ain't got no goddamn. Yo, chat is crazy. You don't got fucking. You don't got 4 fucking Lincolns, nigga. 4 Abraham Lincolns in your pocket. They go see a goddamn movie. You don't want to see it. Yo, mod. What is this nigga on? Y'all don't really want to see it. Y'all don't want to see the movie, and I'm not about to limit my speech and not talk about it for the sake of you niggas. That just man. I don't really want to wake up at 10:30 in the morning to go watch a movie that I don't want spoiled. Fuck out of here.
I could tell we were supposed to breaking fourth wall, skip hot taking a weekend in the pod, but this topic has been going on for a little bit. So I got a question. Let's say, boom, I'm watching a fucking Naruto video, right? Yo, so how do you feel about who would win, Naruto or Sasuke? Yap. And in the middle of that, just random as hell. Yeah, man, Naruto saving Sasuke, kind of like that time where Luffy died. Like, huh? What? like, how do y'all feel about people like that just assume that they've seen shit just randomly in random conversations?
How am I supposed to know you didn't watch?
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't care about that.
I promise you, if you're a person that's out here talking about having 20-year-old media, 15-year-old media, 10-year-old media spoiled, fuck you.
Oh, 15-year-old. Oh, yeah. If it's old, fuck you. If it's old, fuck you.
My nigga, One Piece been around since I was in elementary school. If you ain't seen One Piece, why do I care about spoiling the free? You don't want to watch it. It's 1,000 episodes. Yo, niggas is talking. Yo, don't spoil Naruto. Don't spoil Naruto. You're a piece of shit, actually. You are a piece of shit.
Because no one can conversate now because
I'm supposed to talk about shit. I can't. Yo, relax. I just got through the tuning exams. Nigga, it's 2025. What are we talking
2025, bro. Mild spoilers, Neji loses. No, but I will say this, for example, like there were people in chat that heard that I fuck with Raw and or that I might fuck with Raw and SmackDown. Pause if needed. Forgot where I'm at. Welcome back. But basically, and somebody came in there and they basically spoiled what I'm assuming is the ending already, but they were doing it out of like excitement. They were like, yo, how do you feel about this? Because this just happened. I'm like, gang, I mean, I clearly couldn't have seen it. I'm on a pod right now. Tight shit. Things of that nature.
You got the weekend for a movie. I think music releases. You got the weekend for the music. You don't have too much time. Like like Domo said, if you wanted to see these things, you would have seen these things.
Music, you got a day. Okay.
Okay, now songs is different.
What you mean I'm waiting the weekend?
Because what are you even spoiling about a song? This one lyric that you thought was gangster,
I mean,
and you're just like,
it could be some secret whatchamajigs too, some secret features or something like that. I don't know.
Also, it depends what type of person you are too. It really makes me want to spoil shit. Like potheads, I ain't gonna hold you. You don't even got a weekend. You got 2 days, nigga, because you don't go 2 days without a blunt. I ain't gonna hold you. I hate pothead niggas that talk about spoiling shit. I ain't got a chance to go see it, but you done seen the plug 3 times in the weekend, but you can't go see the movie? Fuck out of here. I'm not doing this with you, fuck
Please
nigga.
let me get through these last.
Yes, get this pot.
Yeah, time to go to the liquor store, right? You fucking alcoholic.
Shout out to, and then I feel the same way.
Is that
Shout
more
out to Vision
man?
Man? You just didn't know. Shout out to Vision Man for $2.22. Says Sage, did you network/record or was this purely fun?
I'm not gonna lie. In my group, I thought about recording some things. I planned on recording my entire recap. I have some footage, but I decided ultimately, because of IRL work that I've been getting taken care of, I decided to just have a little bit of zobs, man. My camera was already hassle getting the camera in there, and I was like, you know what, bro? Am I gonna sit there, clip shit on the phone, walk around, act like all that shit? Or am I just gonna have a good time? So I just decided to have a good time.
Nidell Clay asked for $1.99. How much you paid for the hug?
$0, man. I didn't get one.
Asian Moon for $1.99 says thoughts on Cena versus Randy.
Ooh, It's the nostalgia bait that is warranted. Keeping it short.
Last three. Riding TV for $4.99 says
he's on fire.
The main event gonna have Capital One in the Chocolate City jumping like we had John Wall and Brad. He's talking about Cooper Flag going to the Wizards is gonna have it jumping.
Probably
yeah, not, brother.
Yeah, Cooper Flag to DC would be fun, but them niggas still gonna lose games.
Thank you, Jesus.
They gonna get there soon, though. They gonna get there soon, but nah.
They ain't playing next year, Sage. Just wait.
Nah, not yet. Don't do that to us.
Shout out to AK.
To make it to the play-in.
Shout out to AK Rosario.
Yeah, true.
Bang, bang.
$10 says, "Hey Sage, here's your ticket." Oh, he's paying for your ticket. Damn.
Paying for my ticket
for the
ticket
movie.
What?
To
the movies? Oh yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I need that. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna see the movie.
And last one, JKP for $30.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
JKP for $30 says, "I gave her a show. She couldn't let it go. I hate lying ass hoes. Lakers in 5."
Yeah, that was going.
Yeah, y'all want to see Shannon. I ain't gonna lie. In 2 months, we're gonna see Shannon Sharpe's dick.
What the
That's
fuck?
the ultimate cover up for the DL nigga. Matter of fact, I'm so not gay. Here's my dick.
Y'all still calling the nigga gay? Oh, damn if you do, damn if you
We
don't.
didn't call him nothing. We didn't call him a damn thing.
I'm not gonna lie. To be honest with you, we didn't. I don't think anybody is. I think he's just releasing this stuff.
You think he?
No.
Wow.
I do think people are doing it. I just think that this is like the worst way of proving that you're not gay by submitting sexual
I
encounters.
would pray that he is not letting this go viral on purpose to prove that he does not.
You
like
never
it.
know, man.
I
don't think that's
pray
the
he's not
case at
gay.
all.
That would've been
That is not me being PC fence-sitting Sage. I am just having I have a moral compass for what I like to believe in people at some point, and that is one of them.
The nigga fake. He
hoping
lied
that's not
about.
the
He
case.
lied about having his Instagram live accidentally hacked and all this other stuff to prove that he has sex. I mean,
that flex about it afterwards.
Yeah,
that one's different, but the other one.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said,
oh man,
this has been another episode of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, hosted by no one, sponsored by no one. We will see you guys this Thursday. New guest? Who knows? With that being said, say goodbye to the people.
All right, people. I'll shotgun the fucking the match reactions on a very short Twitch stream tonight. TSO_Sage on Twitch. Shout out to the chatters, man. I know I didn't miss a pod, but it felt like I missed y'all, man. I miss home. It's good to be back. Shout out to the new haters and to the new weird niggas in chat though. Y'all are y'all evolving or devolving? What's going on?
Devolve. Domo, say goodbye to the people, man.
All right, Chaz, being my favorite midnight snack, and we will be back tomorrow on stream. Come check the games out. Come check out the playoffs. I got a special guest coming on to the show. Try to get my guy Federal Jumper on. Reacted to one of my Flacco videos, and he definitely has a different take on how I handled it. So go and get a conversation with him on, try to get him on there. And yeah, tag your favorite creator. I would love to conversate with him.
Is hating on no jumper like its own niche?
Nigga, you seen that point and shoot
because
stream.
I seen point and shoot. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That's crazy.
What was it? I think the channel name was Game Talk. They also do it. There is a whole universe of haters of no jumper. Y'all niggas thought I hated no jumper. And I hated
that
Flacco.
was a different level of hate, Domo. That was
them niggas.
crazy.
There's people that really hate them niggas.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Be so sick about it, people, man.
Appreciate y'all for coming through. We'll see y'all on Thursday. Don't know for staying to watch the rest of this Nuggets game, but appreciate y'all, man. Oh, check out the Sipping with Souls episode with Omar. Domo is on there too for the first one. on a little guest run over there, man. So, yeah.
With that being said, we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
I'm gonna give you one review as the outro goes. I told y'all niggas that New Day match didn't belong there. Y'all called me haters. I told you that shit didn't belong there. And it's Dirty Dom's belt, nigga.